The reason why we haven't killed you in this campaign.
That's right.
Top of my
Without
chair.
me, you won't have this online.
Actually, if we did, we don't have to hold back a lot of our slurs.
I could be a racist.
Wait, you aren't?
No. Oh, this is awkward.
Sad
I
face.
thought that's why we all were
Well, I
here.
ain't editing, so this is in.
Oh, we're
They don't
streaming.
care.
You know, you got to tell us when you're streaming, Josh.
Oh,
You
I'm
can't
streaming
be like, "All right,
now."
I'm streaming.
Yeah,
and
I'm
then 10 minutes
streaming.
later, yeah, we've been streaming for the past half hour.
I didn't know that.
They have evidence. It's fine.
All right,
okay.
I have a fucking video of a guy eating tape.
What?
Why?
That's the ad. I don't want
That
He's
is
pulling,
an
like-
ad.
to.
That's right.
He's sitting there. Yeah, it's an Uber Eats commercial. Anything.
At the bottom it says, "Do not attempt to eat."
So like he's eating it like fruit roll up. He pulls it out of the dispenser and he's like, home, home, home,
You
home,
probably eat anything. if you
home,
get to.
home, 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 home. The stupidest shit. Okay, are we all set here, or do we need a little
Yes.
moment?
Nope, good to go.
Yep, good.
Okay, I wasn't referring to you guys on your phones. I was asking the people that aren't on camera yet.
That's right.
Yeah.
I may look like I'm on my phone,
But you
but I'm
are.
actually not.
But
I'm on my
I'm on my
iPod-
cellular
I'm
device.
on my second generation iPod actually.
I'm on my brick right now.
They didn't even have color yet, but I'm not streaming.
Oh my word. I'm tired and my hands hurt.
Thank
All
poor
right.
hands.
I know there's someone I have to
Alright,
send a break.
partner. You know what time it is.
Know what time it is? Intro.
Hammer time.
Come on, intro. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Let's hear the intro.
Can't crit this.
Frigid
Last
Mafia,
time.
born and raised.
First Mafia.
In the Wildland is where he spent most of his days.
Jesus.
Casting and a swinging and a fighting all cool.
Throwing
Beating
magic
up elves
missile
as he went
like
to
it's not
school.
cool.
Oh, yeah,
Wait,
that
how
was
much
cool.
does Reinhardt know that he's an ASMR?
As much as he remembers to use that ability.
That is an excellent question, honestly.
Is he just a human that like?
No, he's a
"Oh my
fallen
God, I can
Asimar.
sprout
Fallen
wheat
Asimar is his
things."
own class.
I
or
understand, but to
race.
him, does he just think that he's a woman? Human that can sprout
Woman.
wings?
Oh no.
Let me look up the Fallen Asimar full-on thing real
All I
quick.
see right now is the
do you
rainbows. Like the
remember?
more you know. It's just the.
Let me look it up real quick, and then I'll get back to you because there might, depending on what I find, will determine when this all happened. Fallen Asimar. An Asimar who was touched by dark powers as a youth or who turns to evil in early adulthood can become fallen. Okay, so he knows he was an Asimar. And then
That's all
he
we need to
became
know.
a fallen Asimar when his village was attacked and destroyed and he was killed the first time.
Lord.
It's Torin. In his true form.
It's just what Torin looks
I-
like in game.
Yeah.
That's what he
I
does
hate
look
to
like
be
in
that
New World.
guy, but
Oh,
completely
I gotta turn on your
forgot
guys. I don't know why your
Reinhardt
cameras
was
are
an
He's
off.
ASMR.
breathing.
No, so Will, what you do is you just need to press on it, and then it will
fixed
update.
it. I fixed that, but only those two were blocked. And I'm like,
It's
I've never.
it's because you haven't touched it since they turned on the
I want
camera.
Torin to have that mask for a big
That-
dragonborn. Just
That mask kills me just when he sucks in air.
just starts breathing.
The elephant mask.
Kills me.
Last time, our heroes making their way to Rashona after finally leaving the city of Uthadern. After I had to find that in my notes. Leaving Uthadern, picking up the chest for our red tiefling friend, finally finding the whereabouts of Anavir's mother,
Send to lunch.
RK. We make our way down south towards the city of Rashona on our flying airship that we now have. As we're making our way, time is slow. We have not a whole lot going on. However, Harbinger, Savari, and I began mantling the armor as Anavir tried meditating.
And working out.
And failing.
On day 2, we have our very observant cleric Saren notice a giant floating glow in the far distance, almost like a village that shouldn't be on the water. What?
There's
A
no
floating
sewer.
village? Like a boat? Like a boat?
Like a
No.
boat.
After further observation, it turns out to be a giant turtle with a village on its back. Crazy. Next morning, we're able to still see the moving turtle many, many, many miles away. However, at this time, Harbinger, Savari, and I finish with the armor with the chitin, and I attune to the armor. Hour later, notice the stained glass and the marble towers of Roshona in the distance. As we get towards the end of our descent to Roshona, we are greeted by several figures that just appear upon the wyvern's claw. All these several figures are decked in like a silver-like armor, and one of them happens to be a minotaur. Sunbreaker is his name. Goes over with us about the ruling and lawing of Roshona, and also asks to note any magical items that are on board that we currently plan on taking into Roshona. We
That are
inform him
dangerous.
about the magical items that we want him to know about. As we touch down in Lucid Bastion of Roshona, we are greeted by a female knight captain. Yes. We grab the chest and make our way to the sombering soliloquy. There we offload the chest. I purchase two sets of sending stones, a set of 7 and a set of 2, and we purchase a ring of protection and the far realm shard. I cannot talk for Anavir, and the ring for Saren. We make our way to the weapon shop for our less weapony people, and we negotiate an upgrade to the emergency rescue device and the amulet of health, which should take about a week or 2. And that is where our characters have left off.
Right. The double shot hand crossbow is
Yes.
on D&D Beyond. You just need to add it to your inventory.
Perfect.
Thank you, Chris.
You're welcome.
It's not my name.
Double shot
Oh, what's their fucking names?
Oh,
Fucking
All
trash.
right.
here we go.
You all
Oy,
leave
oy,
the
oy, oy, oy.
somber soliloquy and into
Somber.
the colorful streets of the firmament once more. The large estates surrounding you and the various well kept and magically kept hedges of this walkway as you leave the area. Is there anything you want to do?
Actually, because we were just at a weapon shop, right?
Mm-hmm.
Before we leave,
Kind of.
I actually open up one of my side pouches. It's gonna look terribly weird because I just out of the side of my backpack pull out a 4-foot long scimitar, and I pull it out and I ask, yeah, it's just what, what, like a goddamn lightsaber, it just keeps going. I put it down and I ask the shopkeeper, I was wondering if you're familiar with this scimitar. It seems to have another half, but I've never seen one before. So I was interested to know if you would know where I could look for another half.
Aha, let's see if you would know what the other half is.
Yeah, because it's one of the scimitars that's meant to lock into another scimitar, so you have a dual-bladed scimitar. I'll be right back. Someone just knocked on my door.
Amanda's door?
Yeah. Well, my
The man.
Mantis door.
want to pretend that Saren just said that as well.
There is
Oh,
no
yeah.
difference in what you're saying, Spirit.
Okay.
Two 1d6 is 2d6.
I know, but is it like I was wondering if it's like 1d6 and then 1d6, or just a flat 2d6 roll? Because if it's just flat 2d6, I'll just make it the I'll just make it.
It's just 2d6.
Does he have to make 2 separate attack rolls?
No,
That was my question.
they
That's
travel.
what I was
Cool.
wondering.
They travel so closely
Yeah.
together that it's just 2 bolts at once.
That's pretty cool.
It'd be
You just pull the trigger once then.
the goblin shopkeeper takes a quick look and kind of inspects the bottom view before.
Sorry about that.
No, sorry, I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like this before. Ever so often, someone wanders around Shona with longer versions of this weapon, and sometimes like this, but I don't know too much about it.
Do you? Is there like a monster hunters guild, or maybe like or anything like that? Maybe it's one of their specialty weapons or something like that.
Kind of thinks for a minute. Just, I think
I know
it's
there's one nearby, but I just don't know quite where.
I think there's something out here just had a, all the way to the shanties. You're gonna have that very far to the east. There should be something against the mountainside, I think.
Okay, thank you very much. I will take it, and I will just.
He loves doing that
I don't like
magic
that.
trick.
That's fine.
Turns right back around.
Gets
is
the
very
ladies
quickly
every
back into
time.
the guts of the workshop here.
Naturally something, but no.
Gets him every time.
Every time.
Every time.
Bought a doorknob.
But okay, so actually you leave the scrapper's workshop, this ramshackle, several lean-tos and shanties all clobbered together to form singular warehouse and factory. And you are out in the Coronas district, the furthest most district that straddles the line between the Gallantry and the distant and believe it to be haunted Ghostlands.
We don't have to meet anyone here.
No, we have like a
today.
week until the
Okay. I will send
good
a
meeting.
message. I will hold up one. I'll just kind of do like what I normally do when I need to make a sending call. Yeah, I'll just kind of go like, and then draw out. I always feel like what I do is I draw out a like I kind of go like down to break it up into 3, and then I literally just kind of like swipe dial. That's kind of how I think about it in my head. I just swipe dial their phone number. And then,
Unlocking your phone.
yeah,
like
but swipe
text-
calling. No,
It's
swipe
like
calling.
texting T9 with a rotary phone. You have to like go
Yeah,
to 9
I'm
like
no,
3
I'm
times.
yeah, I'm
and
Tina.
then-
I'm messaging like the old school like
Can
dial
you
phones. And
imagine
I'm
if
just going
this
like
was
this.
your spellcast?
That would be hilarious. Okay.
It auto corrects.
Magic missile.
Hi.
Fireball auto corrects. Who
I
you
Fire
cast
cocktail. Ah!
Fury Fire. Autocorrect. Fireball. No. Shit.
Or I cast sending.
We're in
Like
a
I
10
want to
by
cast
10
sending. It
realm.
autocorrects to like shard of ice.
Who are
Shit.
you trying to
Fuck.
send a message to?
Our good friend
friend?
Marion.
Okay.
I will send a message. Marion, we are in Rossona. Rossonaville.
Roshona.
Sona. And um
Wish you were here.
hoping things are doing well. Wondering if there's anything we might want to pick up for the keep. Also, if there's any business here we need to take care of.
There's a brief pause. Eventually, your friend Marian respond. Um, You know, I have never been to Rosona, so I cannot say if there's anything there that we might need, but keep your eyes open. As for things to do, brief pause, second casting, a message goes out. The request is still on the table from forgot her name because it was so long. The request is still on the table from the lady. If you would speak with the Bright Queen or someone on behalf of the movement, if you would. Its name still. The Julos.
Yeah,
the
Julius still,
Party.
yeah. Yes. I will speak with our contact here to see if we might have some favor as we've helped them out, as well as we might have a bargaining chip depending on things. And then I will look to Reinhardt and Torn. When we are in more private settings, remind me we need to speak about talking with the Bright Queen about the group we are with.
Do you message
Where are we
that to
staying,
us, or do you
guys?
whisper that?
No,
to
I
us?
say that right to you.
Okay.
I just say we
Gotcha.
need to speak with the Bright Queen about our group.
Where are we staying, guys?
The group we're well.
Dude, fuck it. We have a ship. Let's go stay on the ship
When
on
it
the front lawn.
comes
That's
to,
what I was thinking.
so do
My
remember,
cabin.
we have 1,000 gold for the next
Yes, we do.
4 weeks to spend. It is for food. It is for
It's closer to 2 weeks. You're 1 week away, and then you're
no,
lost
no, no. But I mean, if they say we could stay 2 weeks after,
1 week.
so for the next 4 weeks,
I'm gonna
or
go
only
and
1
find
week
a mission
after the
board.
event.
1 week after the event.
Oh, okay. So we have 1,000 gold a piece for 500 gold a week for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And it only can be used on food and housing, correct? Room and board.
Yeah. You were basically given signs of credit to be put to Den Kryn, saying that you're allowed 1,000 gold to be suggested by Sunbreaker Solomon to be spent on food and board, rest. um you're attending a nice event, so if you were to get fancy clothes,
Okay.
things like that.
Okay. So basically, we can spend it on whatever we want. Knickknacks here and there of remember Persona, but primarily they're like, hey, this is to make it so that you kind of like explore our city, like everything. You and yeah, okay, that makes sense. So I mean, we have 1,000 gold. We could
Goddamn Mormon missionaries.
we could see some sights. We could.
I have to synthesize something.
I want to make money.
Exactly.
You want to
Which
make
is why I have to
more
synthesize
money?
something.
Actually, yeah, money wouldn't be too bad. I know I'm kind of okay right now, but however, as
I'm
we go
broke.
back to the
I actually need money.
our upgrades to our health devices, it's gonna leave me with some low end on
Yes.
funds.
Chris,
I
can you have
agree.
people helping you with a spell to make one?
Yeah.
It's like advantage on making it, right?
For
Or it's just like
making a
time?
spell, it reduces the time required.
Okay. I've
But
been working
wouldn't
on it
he need
already, but
another wizard to do that?
Not
no,
necessarily.
Correct. I mean, it can't just be
Like I couldn't help you.
it can't
Savari.
just be Savari.
Help,
I
yeah.
could
Savari in
help.
particular would be
Savari
like
He's
can
a
help.
guinea pig.
Depending
Could
on
I help?
ideally, the spell has to be
Shared.
able to be learned by both. Yeah. So
Okay.
check under the
Ideally.
spell, and it will say if it
It's just a
can be
wizard spell.
created. Just a
Okay.
wizard?
Oh.
Then you're out.
Yep.
SOL. The
Yep.
You're
second part.
shit
You're,
out of
s-
luck.
you're
Yeah.
yep. You're shit out of
That's
luck.
what I
Something
thought.
out of lore.
If
Okay,
you're if you're looking for help with Arcana, I mean, your best bet is probably paying the academy to work with you on it.
For
Eh,
me.
They do know a thing or two about Arcana.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye, Spirit.
Hmm.
Bye.
There goes our cat friend. Oh.
Cat
furry's
is
back.
back. It's like an
I
actual
don't
cat.
know.
It just comes and
I
goes.
wonder if the academy here would be interested in the spell I have. Maybe I could sell them a copy.
The academy.
The
What
academy.
spell are you
I'm
trying to
wondering.
sell?
While their guys are
Well,
doing
I
that, I'm
still
actually gonna
have
walk
that
around for a spell
extra
board
long
or a
Yeah,
dome.
mission board.
I'll go with you
I
then.
still have
here.
that dome spell.
The dome spell?
The special dome that Snyder can use that lasts 24
Oh.
hours and he doesn't need to stay inside. It's an
Yeah.
interesting spell that was created by the Empire. I mean, I feel like they may
Yeah, we-
be interested in it.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
we
don't
have some
know.
special dome.
what's the worst they can say? No?
Yeah, true.
Deal.
Mhm.
Yeah. Give it a shot.
But I can check on that tomorrow. I'd
We
say
could have Team Stupid go with us and we can haggle him down on it.
haggle them up, gentlemen.
Yeah, whatever. You know what I meant.
You're stupid.
You're stupid.
Being stupid.
No, no.
It's like, well, shit. This.
Team Stupid. I'm Team Evil.
Yeah, no, that's actually probably wouldn't be a terrible idea.
Right.
More than happy to help you with
So
that.
we're staying on the ship. I think we should introduce ourselves to the other folks.
I'd
right?
say, what time
Do
is
they
it?
have a place that we're supposed to be staying at?
Oh, ooh, do we actually know what time it is? Because it's dark now.
It's night.
We don't have the feet.
It's been night.
Am I able to perceive the sun above us through the spell?
Roll perception check.
Wait, Persona does have a day-night cycle, but it's always like night.
No,
Guidance.
there is none.
It is always
It's always
night.
dark.
It is always basically super dim. I will cast guidance.
Guidance.
And I will use perception. So let's see what I roll. Oh, that's pretty good.
Shut up. Stop.
Is it just clouds? Essentially, that are
29!
moving?
Oh,
29!
unable to-
Maybe high-
30.
With
Damn
a
it!
29, yeah,
30
you're
with a-
unable to perceive the
Fuck!
from
So
like
bad.
through.
Yeah, Will.
Looking around,
See?
that's your guess.
That's right, you can't see
Okay.
because I can see.
You're
The
29.
Maybe
magic
look at
that
the horizon instead.
There's no
It's like
horizon.
there.
You just see darkness and clouds.
So, a few quick notes. One, yeah, the magic that creates the blanket darkness extends completely to the horizon
Okay,
in
that
order
makes
to,
sense.
continue the
I had to send someone to lunch.
preservation of darkness throughout the region. You're also, Rosona is built against a mountainside, as you can see. All of southern and western, eastern kind of opens up a little bit more, is pushed back against the mountain. So when you're sitting in the Coronas, it is difficult to see where the sun would even begin
okay.
to rise.
Do I see kind of like an accessory shop? Like some place that would sell like a pocket watch?
Is there a clock tower, Chris?
Roll an investigation check.
Oh god.
I
Wait,
wanna
for
see a
who?
mission board.
Me or Spirit?
Whoever's looking for a shop can roll an investigation check.
19!
Can I roll investigation to find a mission
I have
board?
a +1.
There's
Find
a
a what?
rickety tower
A
right
mission
behind
board
you.
so I can
Damn
find
it.
missions
Sure.
out here?
Roll investigation.
Wonderful.
I'll
I
help.
help them with that.
Guidance.
Okay, roll with advantage because you have party members looking.
Hell yeah. That's right.
I got a 19.
I know what the
Chris,
people
on my
want.
Look for a watch shop.
I know what the ladies like.
I know what the
Or
ladies like.
or any shop I feel like would maybe sell like an old antique, maybe. Pocket watch, like I don't need like the newest of the new.
Timex.
What does a 9? Oh wait, I have advantage. Okay, yeah. What's a 19 give me?
Well, first for the search for a watch,
Gotcha.
it's not like the 1900s where you're gonna find like souvenir watches and like watch mechanisms. Pretty rare. And the ones you might have seen kind of in the Empire, a place that was more known for its mechanical growth. Here in Rosona, especially where you are right now in the Coronas, you're unable to find just a watch shop or something
Oh,
that.
we're in the Coronas.
Yeah, you're currently in the Coronas, poking your head around. The place you do see that kind of sell souvenirs, judging by getting a little gut reaction, those might not be entirely legal businesses. More of sort of a hole in the wall that you wound into. And quickly deter the way. So no luck finding a watch shop. As for a mission board,
Mission board?
that was what
No, I just don't know what a mission board
you
is.
looking around the Coronas, it doesn't take long until you start noticing spread across there are 3 fortresses built within this district and owned and operated by the Aurora's Watch. One such kind of straddles the border between the Coronas district and the sprawling ghost lands at this field of ruins that stretches onward and onward until you reach the ruins of the Obsidian Wall to the far north. This this fortress is known as the Sentinel Spire, and after brief conversation with the Aurora Watch there, they do have a few bounties for adventurers to journey into the Ghostlands for. And
Ghostlands.
understanding your caliber of adventurer for all your skill set, you have a premium choice between some of the more dangerous but more lucrative bounties.
So how many of
Thinking,
the
eh?
top missions are there per se?
There are 2.
And what do they have on them?
Speaking to the Aurora's Watch,
Mm.
he explains that one of them is to clear a small valley to the west of whatever might reside there. They sent 2 mercenary parties in prior, and both have yet to return. So there's an added premium if you can find out what happened to the missing mercenary parties that previously went into this valley.
Okay, so investigation to see what happened, and then if we can find
as well
them.
as clear out the valley.
Okay.
He's briefly explaining that they want to keep expanding to Coronas. The ever booming population of Rosona demands that they clear out this cursed land and keep building and building on top of it. So
Okay.
the Valley to the West is one of the bigger projects they've been wanting to do, and 2 mercenary parties so far have yet to return.
Okay.
The next one, to Aurora Watch, basically outlines brief history lesson. There were once human mages during the Age of Arcanum and leading into the Calamity that were very similar to those of Aeor, playing, high-class mages that attempted to usurp the gods. The Raven Queen, in this, blighted them with curses. One of such turned them into large bird-like creatures. One such creature has been spotted nearby. They're extremely dangerous, and it would be very beneficial for the Aurora's Watch if that creature could be removed. Briefly explains that these creatures find refuge within places close to Rosona because they innately fear the Raven Queen, and creatures that fear the Raven Queen are aware that Rosona is, and you kind of briefly know from your exposure in the Empire, Rosona is kind of the antithesis of the Raven Queen's beliefs. Raven Queen says death is natural. Rosona says you never essentially have to die.
Huh.
Interesting. So one is taking out a bird, a giant bird of some
Pretty
sorts,
much.
and then the other one is investigation. So which one out of these would be higher pay?
Kill the bird or just move it away.
Kill the bird.
Thank you.
explaining, by the way, when you reference it, it's not like a territorial bird, like a rock. It is a mage from the Age of Arcanum that is
That can
cursed with
think.
the appearance of a bird.
It ain't no
So-
normal bird.
Yeah.
Just like banish a rock.
I don't
Not,
know.
not quite. Not quite.
Point
You
being,
can banish the rock, you know.
point being, the bird being is something you have to kill.
Hmm.
And you have to clear out the valley to the west, and added premium if you can discover what's happened to the party there.
Right.
Briefly explained, it's an 8,000 gold reward for clearing out the valley to the west, 10,000 gold for dispatching of this bird-like being.
Okay. Well, fellas, what vote do you guys have on this per se?
How many of us are there? I haven't really
I thought it was
gone
just
to the cabin
us
yet.
Reinhardt and
three.
Savari are with them.
Yeah, those that
Can we
help
help
with the
search?
check.
I'd probably just take the tickets and then go, and meet up with us later. I guess.
Oh, like both of them?
Hey guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, I was wondering if I could just banish, but that answered my question. Thank you, Chris.
Where did it say the bird was, like, as far as location wise? Did it say, or
Yeah,
did
we
it
all
say
meet
All
up. And...
creatures are located within the Ghostlands.
Yeah.
Ghostland?
Oh, okay.
So we
So
would
it's not-
kind of have to.
Not absurdly far, right?
Yeah. No, it's
The
close.
Ghostlands is, so you can see on the map, it kind of runs under
Yeah,
the
it's on the-
compass.
Mhm.
That is the obsidian wall. So the Ghostlands is anything between that obsidian wall and the Cronus.
Okay.
My Corona.
Dun, 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 dun,
In this area, Chris?
Essentially.
Oh, that's it?
That's not too bad.
And then anything outside of that wall is the barbed fields, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah.
So there's a bird out there that we need to kill for 10k.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That seems very doable.
Are you guys talking to everyone or just yourselves?
Well,
we
it's
all
only
agree.
3 of
We're the
us
only
right
three
now.
there.
Okay. I just wanted to
Um,
know if I can respond or
The
not. So
Aurora's
10
Watch Guard, you are free to take both. Not many adventurers come by that can take this caliber, so if you believe you can do both, we will gladly pay for both.
Okay. Sounds good. Well, we'll take the both.
well,
And
we definitely have time to do so.
yeah, for sure. So.
There's nothing to
18K.
take. If you, we'll send a survey party out to the valley. If you clear it, confirm, and the gold will be given. As for the bird-like creature, if you can either bring its staff or its head, either will be proof of kill.
Staff?
What
Yes.
now?
Well, yeah,
yes,
it was a
you're walking
mage.
with a staff.
Okay.
Both.
Sounds interesting though. Okay, sounds good.
Staff sounds
So I take both, and we go back. I'm assuming discussing about it, and then we'll discuss it as a party and see how that goes.
10,000 gold. It's probably going to be a challenge.
Well, yeah, it's not gonna
Probably.
be easy.
Well, no, it's never gonna be easy, but
No.
Let's just
Well,
make
the
sure we're
fucking
not like
frigid
doing
six. What are
something
they gonna
dumb.
do?
what are they gonna do?
All right. Chris, Harbinger had been working on
We're
since
like
setting
7
Fabricate
of the
because I
main
didn't have
characters. Is the
Fabricate
plan.
since we left the keep, essentially.
Okay.
How long has it been?
Since you left the keep,
Yeah.
I think you needed
2
like
weeks about.
I think you needed like one more week, right? Stormer? For what you're doing because you're so smart, so it cuts the time so much.
I'm synthesizing Fabricate with the 4th level spell. Math
Big
in
brain.
there.
Big brain power.
Chris, it's kind of just been up to you and how quickly he's been making spells.
Pretty
We're
much.
not quite by the book on this.
As well with feats.
And then considering that he's also like not had access to his tower the whole time, which is where he gets to do a lot of his drafting work.
Unless you guys like hardcore adventure this entire week, you could finish it before the Exaltorium.
Okay.
So
I know
probably 2 days
I'm-
before the Exaltorium. That leaves you in about 5 days.
Yeah, 'cause I
Given
know
if you
I'm
had been.
about 2 to 3 weeks into my separate training because I stopped training the other two on their skill.
I think I started training with the muscle
You stopped
stuff.
training Will,
With
And
especially.
and
then
me.
Viking because he
And
started
yeah,
me.
doing
both of
other
them.
stuff.
Yeah.
They've also just been doing other things. So it's a combination of I stopped training them for like 2 days, and then they both started working on something else. So I've just been training observant. I think I'm 3 weeks into a fucking 8-week goddamn training.
Right.
Okay, do we all meet up essentially
Yeah.
and just discuss?
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
You all just meet up along the hollowed. I want to get that name right. I believe it's hollowed.
I'm on break. I'm just making
Yeah,
sure
the
I'm not
hollowed
over break.
path.
Okay.
Made alongside the this large road that enters Persona is known as the Hollowed Path. The
Okay.
only road that's currently patrolled by the Aurora's Watch. Meaning at center here.
Did they move the ship correctly as well? They said they don't want it on the lawn essentially.
Correct. Yeah. It was moved off of the Dust Captain's lawn and tucked basically to the south of the Lucid Bastion.
Okay.
So I'm assuming you tell us, Viking, about the two offers.
Yeah. So one.
Okay. I definitely don't have a problem with either. I
Me
do know
As
I
long as
can't
we're all
do
together.
anything today. I'm not prepped for that kind of fight.
Okay. So how about this? So
Um,
tomorrow we do. I think what a good start would probably be the investigation one, just to find.
The bird
No, the other
person?
one.
The value for the
Like
best.
finding the people that
I
were lost.
mean, I don't quite agree with you. I
Oh, you
mean,
just rather do the.
the bird
Bird
person is
first?
one
There's two.
object to kill.
One has been spotted, but
Yeah.
it might
Oh,
be
there's
two.
two. There's two.
One has
we
been
need
spotted. It might be two.
Okay. So that's 1 to 2 enemies that we need to take out. The other one, we have to clear an area, which
Sounds
is
familiar.
multiple. It sounds very familiar to what we've done twice now. And that's high enemy density. They're two
Well,
completely different tasks.
yes. Maybe we can get the
So,
tough thing, out of the way, and then do the easy one.
I mean, that's just an option.
I say we have
I'll
a
be
voting
with you
system with
then
this.
time.
Yeah, I mean, a voting system's understandable.
I think the bird should be first. It's like right outside the fucking city walls.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I feel the bird's going to be easier, to be quite honest. Just due to the fact that, yes, they might be tough, but it's 2
Chris,
versus
can I do an
6.
intelligence or
Okay,
history check to see what kind of creature is this that
The
we're
bird?
dealing with?
That you know
The way that
of.
they were
Oh.
described. Yeah.
Roll a history or religion.
Same on both.
We'd be fighting 40k enemies, guys. The bird people.
Oh my god.
Fuck that.
Gives me Elden Ring vibes.
I don't
with
know a
those birds.
fucking thing. That's a 9.
Jesus.
I don't
Yeah,
know
with
jack
a
shit.
fortunately, yeah, with a 9, yeah, you're trying to think, and the guard gave you just about as much information as you probably could have told.
All right. So
Well, an mage from the Age of Arcanum.
Correct.
I got transformed into a bird person.
all right, raise your hand if you want to do the bird quest first.
I feel it'd be easier for us. Single target. That's 3.
Bye.
All right,
I'll
fine.
take
We're
it.
doing the bird first.
Bird.
doing the bird first, and then
The
after
bird.
that we'll
I
do
heard
the
tale of a staff.
investigation.
Okay. Are you going to pursue this
Are we taking the ship?
immediately?
We're sounds
No.
like we're gonna sue this
No.
tomorrow.
Tomorrow for sure.
Then what is the plan for
Going
now?
Okay.
I say
Gonna head back to the ship and work out.
Are we
Yeah.
supposed to be heading back to the officials, guys, just to see what we're
no,
up
we
to?
don't have to. We have an entire week and money to spend. We can stay in
That must be
hotels.
planning.
We can go get dinner. We can
I
do whatever we
prostitute.
feel is best.
Well, let's go and get a nice dinner and then go back to the ship and kill this bird tomorrow.
I do
Alright.
Nobu. Dress shopping.
You make your way from the Coronas and towards a firmament.
Some time to head back to Florsport.
As you arrive back at the firmament, you can see that the airship is currently set afloat about 3 or 4 stories above, but is tucked behind the Lucid Bastion. Probably the safest position, Savari, if you're trying to think about parking your ship in the middle of an unknown city. Probably preferable to keep it in the air.
Yeah.
As you approach, though, the Lucid Bastion is heavily guarded. You can see several of the armored figures, normally kind of used to the Chitin armor that the Kryn normally wear, especially out in the Dwendalian Empire side. But these guys do wear silvered or gold armors. And as you do approach, one of them does glance over. You can see a younger drow figure with 2 blades at his hip. And looks over, kind of glint of recognition before he walks over. Are you looking to access the airship?
Wait, we have to ask you to access our own airship?
I've been instructed to recommend that you stay within the city.
Why?
The crew currently staying in the city as well, and it was at Denkrin's behest that you stay within the city.
Oh.
Okay. Are we allowed to go
Where did
onto the ship now?
Denkrin recommend?
Denkrin recommends you can stay at the Reflections of Grace on the local chateaus here in the firmament. Should you
Okay.
desire stay?
Well.
What is that, if I might ask?
Chateau near the Marble Conservatory. It is where visiting dens or academics from afar visit. The easiest place to stay in the firmaments for those not from Eastern Idanvir.
We appreciate the recommendation.
Yeah. Well, let's head there, guys.
Which way, guys? Sir? Which?
You'll find it next to Mob Tones. I'll remind you, I cannot stop you from boarding your own ship, but it is recommended that you enjoy what the city has to offer.
Thank you.
Very well. So
Andrew
Alright,
has to
well, let's
go to
go.
his tower to get up his study anyway. Work a little bit and then go to sleep.
He's basically saying, "Don't be a shite and go touch grass."
Oh.
I'd
Okay,
feel safer
well,
in my
let's
tower anyway.
that's fine.
No, let's
Or
go find a
around it
nice.
anyway.
Let's go find a nice
Let's
place.
go eat some. Let's go eat some, guys.
Yeah.
We've been on a ship for a very
Do you
long
just
time.
look for somewhere to eat, or do you head towards the chateau?
Just the chateau first, just to make sure that we
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to the chateau.
Yep, same.
Yeah.
meet with
Get
us
our
for some
rooms,
dinner.
then find food.
As said, settle near the Marbletones Conservatory is a silver inlaid and golden, not gold, sorry, marbled, building these large swooping arms in a circular pattern. Fountain inside, it is like the most, yeah, it very reminiscent of very high luxury and very clearly trying to present that to those
Yes,
who visit.
you get the feeling that you're the one that's dirty and trash when you step in. It's like, oh, this place is too clean for me.
And while you
I
can
don't get that
see,
feeling.
there's a few private guards that dot the various wings keeping post. There are a collection of individuals that are here, and you can sense that there is a little bit more activity here than maybe the chateau is used to. There's an extra smattering of guards, those without like these normal private little booths that they can sit in if you're just sitting on patrol. A large collection of individuals and Savari, Reinhardt, and Anvir. You three in particular do note there are collections of individuals that are not uh, just Drow, Durgar, and normal races of the Kryn dynasty. You see, kind of off the side, there appear to be a few humans, halflings, and the like. There's a collection of dragonborn settled over at one table discussing amongst themselves, and there's another section predominantly of dwarves and gnomes also discussing side.
Okay.
Huh.
They all look like some sort of experts or something, or
Roll
what does their
a
profession look like?
perception check. Roll a perception check to look across.
21. That's a net 20.
Okay.
Nat 20.
Looking
Natural.
It
across,
doesn't matter.
a lot of the individuals that are drow appear to be either just visiting nobles or maybe merchants of some higher class. The humans, halflings, and those like, they appear to be magical practitioners, judging by like the loose robes and the fact that they don't really carry any weaponry or even a additional guard with them. You can kind of see every so often one of them maybe has a wand tucked to a belt or a staff along one. Looking further around, what does catch your eye in this area is the collection of dragonborn. Most of them appear to have very rough and tumble clothing. Some of it's frayed, and they're all kind of just like they're very like closely gathered together in such a way that it's not so much, oh, we're all just a bunch of friends. It's almost this air of protectiveness to them. They all just gather around this table, few standing, every chair taken, and they're all just like focused inward.
Huh.
With a 21, I'll say you do take note that there is a large metal contraption settled on top of the table where the dragonborn are.
They look like some sort of mechanical people, I guess.
Maybe.
Oh, and they know their way around
Yeah,
mechanical
they're
stuff.
not mechanical people. Yeah. Yes.
My arms!
Maybe.
Don't give
It's
them a handshake.
it's hard to tell. That's the only piece of machinery
Okay.
amongst this group.
Is there like an official like a page that we can ask like, hey, where are rooms? Or hey, we have an invite here.
Yeah, you can head towards the kind of the apex of the crescent
The
that this
desk.
building
Okay.
is. Walking
So
over,
we want to
it's
follow.
um, a slightly tall Duragar male is heading the counter at the moment. Settles and looks up to you. All right, more visiting for the exotorium.
Yes.
Yep.
We're looking
Well,
for lodging.
I welcome you to Reflections of Grace. This is one of the finest chateaus in the firmament and the best place to stay. you will find here in Rosona. How many of you are staying with us? And for how long?
6 of us, and how long are we staying here? Like a week or two?
A week.
Yeah, a week.
You can extend how long you wish to stay, should you need.
Awesome.
Rooms are 25 gold per
Good.
night.
Holy shit.
That is fucking expensive.
So we're paying 175 gold a person?
For the full week stay, I understand that this is what we offer, the Reflections of Grace.
I mean,
If you're here for the
Comes out to like
Exaltorium,
1050 gold total.
I just start fanning myself with the card. Just like, oh man. Oh.
Did I say that right?
175 gold I can do. But here's the thing.
We have cards.
Carpenter
we
stay in
credit.
his tower for a lot. Harbinger stay in his tower. He has to work.
Yeah, I guess I'll flash my card. I'll be like, yeah, whatever.
I'll pay
Sure.
just for one night.
Yeah.
I'm paying just for one night.
understand.
But wait, that's per room or per person?
25 gold per person.
Per night.
Are we in our own room? Can we share room?
You could share rooms if you want.
Does it cost less if we share a room?
And it's 25 gold per room. So
Okay.
Per
Oh,
room.
okay. Okay.
So it's
Per
like
room.
12,
That's
13 per
Just
person.
so you guys know, I need to bunk with someone because I'm kind of.
You have free money.
I have no money.
Yes,
You
have
have a
free money.
card. We have a
you have a
$1,000 credit
with
card.
free money, Anavir.
1,000 gold credit card.
Take here.
I'm okay with rooming with someone.
He
Anavir.
runs it through a card reader. Denied.
Team.
Anavir, you
Just
can room
no.
with me. I'll pay for one night for us two. For one. And I swipe
Okay,
and I
yeah,
show
that's
him my
fine.
card.
It's fine. It's just not a problem.
understand, but just a taste for now. Let me know if you wish to extend your stay then.
Will do.
Um,
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Wait, do we get food, right?
Yeah.
Food is 1 gold per meal typically, though if you depends on how much you eat,
That's
if
a
you
meal.
take the drink.
Fuck. All right. Well, fancy a little bit. That's fine.
Collects the cards and makes a denotation that money has been spent on room at the Exaltorium, where he ushers you forward and further into this crescent-shaped building and towards the back. The rooms here are, as one might expect, very decadent to the extent of being a bit gaudy. Sort of like the raised bed and massive windows spread out. You can see just ornate furniture, dividers that elegantly divide what normally is a wide sweeping single room into many different smaller rooms that can be frequently rearranged. Um, we continue going. Now, is there anyone in the party that needs a larger or smaller room? We can accommodate that to no extra charge. The windows, upon uttering a magical phrase, can be darkened to accommodate the few brief times where sunlight is allowed to shine through, should you wish. As well, we can also provide the opposite. We can provide sunlight spheres for those that um, have been missing or desire sunlight. In addition, one of the few abilities that we offer at the Shades of Grace is the stasis beds. These theoretically allow a
Stasis
person,
beds.
through the power of Dunamancy, you can effectively freeze your spell self um, as if in a very long sleep for up to a week or for as long as you pay. Some individuals do not prefer to arrive early but don't wish to partake in the city. They can simply request these stasis beds and it'll be as if they just took one long nap.
Um.
And it's not for Harbinger. He has to work.
Yeah. Yeah. Savari's gonna take a smaller room. Kind of like a smaller room.
Here's the thing. You're taller than humans. generally.
Yeah, I know.
Tabaxi's like 6'5".
A smaller room. He does lead you aside to one far end.
Savarni's
This is
6'1", I think.
a room probably made for dwarves, goblins, and the like. Physically
I'd like to
smaller
crawl up.
room.
Hey, Annabelle, it's yours.
Should you
Thank
wish this room, by all means yours. And if you want to relocate, just let us know at any time.
you, thank you, thank you. I have to fix my connection, but that's fine. I'll do it later.
You're all
Poster?
given
That is the Joker poster.
various rooms all across the not the all across the reflections of grace. Some smaller rooms, for your size at least.
If one of you needs to take my room for a bit, that's okay. I'll be out. I'll be a little ways down.
They are all very decadent spaces, probably ranging along some of the
I'll be right
nicest
back.
rooms you've stayed in most likely since your time in Nicodranus.
Damn.
For the most part, you guys have been sleeping in a dome or on an airship. Rooms acquired. You aren't tired yet. It hasn't been a long day.
Is it not even full day for us, essentially?
Yeah.
Do we
It
still
I
have
will
time to
ask
work?
the I'll ask the head what time it is.
I believe, and you kind of see he gestures over, and with this gesture pulls this orb closer. You can see, at this moment, the orb appears to just be shining like a bright yellow at the moment, and gestures over to it, and letting it freely float between the both of you. All of your rooms have one of these. We understand that. The denial of the day-night cycle can be disorienting. This is yellow. This signifies that it's about midday. It will
Okay.
descend to orange and further down to blues as time passes, and it would be a theoretical night.
Wonderful. Thank you very
Yep.
much.
Second,
And so it's midday.
middle of the night.
It's the middle of the fucking day.
And the orb floats back.
We have time. If one needs a bunk and just don't want to pay the gold, let me know. Just take my room. Oh, you're outside.
Anything anyone wishes to do? Now that you have rooms, or do you want to wait out the rest of the day? Florida City.
Be practicing my feet.
All right.
I
Training my feet.
would have practiced
Reinhardt
my
tapped
feet,
out.
but I don't have a dwarf yelling at me, so. You know what? I'm
Have a
gonna
cat
go.
behind you.
Grizzle barges into the room. We got heavy shit to lift.
No! No! This is my deal!
Dragging you away.
Oh my god. He purposely finds me to find work.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna walk outside and
I'm
down the
gonna-
road. I guess there's a clearer space, and plunk my level 3 tower down. I don't need a level 4 this time.
I'm actually gonna go to desk and ask the dude if there's a kind of like a fashion dressing place of some sort.
Yeah, we do need to dress appropriately.
Yeah.
But first, for your tower, before
need
you just go
space.
wandering off into the firmaments to find someone's lawn to throw your
Yeah, no,
thing
no.
down.
Damn it,
When
so
it's
hard.
I sense
I'm looking for a space.
it kind of gestures you to follow, and you are
Oh.
led towards a further back behind the reflections of grace. You can see an eclectic gathering of various different structures and towers. Some of them are towers somewhat similar to your own. Some kind of squat, but there are some that are sprawling high. Others are just all sorts of various impromptu structures being brought about.
Does one just have a
And
door? It's like, oh, shit.
none that would be visible. But it does speak. We understand somewhat more magically inclined individuals do wish additional privacy. If you're going to do anything like that, we recommend you do it here.
Thank you.
I will go on a search for. Actually, no. I'm just going to, Chris, sit in my room and practice observing.
You
So
observe
you
that
guys.
I'm not there.
Yep, I observe you're not there.
Okay.
Awesome.
Anavir's going
Alright.
to go look for a
Lounge,
person's shop. I think I
bedroom,
might join him.
study.
You too, then. There are outlets sort of attached to the sites of grace. Sites are reflections of grace. They are offering
Picturing.
more readily made, tailored clothing in the Kryn angular style. 50 gold as the base price for most of these garbs. Now, the Kryn style is, as I briefly made, it's very geometric and angular, very sharp points, straight lines, very it's very beautiful in its own way and completely unique to what you would find in the rest of WildeMount and to the greater Taldor Exandria region. Predominantly gray, dark purple, black, and white are the colors.
I can choose my colors. What did Anavir like just head down the street, or did he also head like around the same area?
Well, I asked, and this is
It's
where.
attached to the place.
Oh, really? Oh,
Okay.
okay. How
Okay,
handy.
On the inside or on the outside?
Imagine inside.
Okay, there's a shop right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
cool.
As many of you have either figured out or can summarize that this is sort of where the visiting nobility or the visiting high spenders can go to get most of what they need, both to keep them safe from the rest of the city that might not be
This
so
is
accommodating to find a Westerner within their walls.
Visitors Village. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's see what fits a tabaxi, I guess.
Yeah, need to find me. You know I am.
The
Someone
attendant briefly explains.
this,
I apologize if there's nothing of your exact style. This is all we saw at the moment, ready-made. We could attempt tailoring something, but you need to hire one of our seamstresses to work with you.
Right. So, question: how long would it take for something like that for a custom-made dress or suit?
Well, you want something done before the exaltorium, with enough time to make sure it fits and that it looks right.
Okay.
Charge 150 gold for that service.
That's not bad.
Not bad.
bad, yeah, especially for
I mean,
a fan piece.
I'm only going to be at the exaltorium once. Might as well look good, right?
True.
I agree with
It's
that.
a show and tell. You
Shoot.
probably should. Reinhardt's like,
Show up in
I don't wanna.
show up in full armor, full tactical gear.
He can wear his helm. He can wear his helm, in like a suit. Also,
With the eye paint.
Oh my god.
glowing red eyes. Just like, this is my fashion statement. Don't
I
like
might
it?
take my
Leave
helmet
me.
off. All right.
Honestly, out of all of us, I probably have the most like neutral armor. Where did Anthony go?
He disconnected and this
He's in.
is in
When he went to
AFK.
AFK, so he's probably doing something.
Probably
Hmm.
sleep.
Oh, he was wide fucking awake.
Yeah, he probably got something to notice or something.
Oh,
He probably
sure.
Yeah,
posted
okay,
something. I just didn't see it.
I'll probably hire someone.
The
Tailor
merchant.
something for a cat.
Oh, we have to hit that. What style exactly would you be desiring?
Oh.
West Exandria. Western.
You're
Post
in
modern.
East
It's Silver?
Exandria.
Postmodern
know.
Crin.
Is Silver?
Are you
Something
desiring
Alpha
something? Yeah, are you desiring
modern,
something
something
of,
stylish.
that is
How do I
entirely
spell it?
subjective. You know what? We will work on it together.
I'll hire
Before
someone
you're
too.
tired, we'll talk. And what would you for your desired style?
Well, I'm usually a very flashy kind of guy. Like the guy that
Just
walks in and gets
flamboyant.
everybody's attention. So anything
Oh,
that's kind of like
If
just
you're not
wow.
questioning his sexuality, it's
You
not
would,
flashy enough.
You would appreciate some of the cloths in one of our tailors from Dorian's Closet. They are very experienced in the very vibrant colors.
I like that.
If we're not questioning Anavir's sexuality, it's not flamboyant enough.
Sorry. Dorian's Closet
Sorry.
is the Santa Monica of
Yeah,
of your
as I stated before.
As I stated.
Santa of God, it's your continent's name.
Oh no, he doesn't want the Santa Monica. He wants the Hot Topic.
But he's from.
Oh my god.
Hot Topic as a 17-year-old girl who's just discovered they could act slutty and get a boy's attention. That's what we're looking for.
Listen, we're not talking about fucking the real world. We're in D&D now. We're about to lose our shit about real life.
You know, and it
is
wasn't
just
the
the closed
sluttiness that
session.
got our attention. It was the fact that they just were willing to talk to us that got our attention. It wasn't the sluttiness.
I know, but they thought it was a sluttiness.
It was more of just them talking. It was like, oh yeah, cool.
Oh my god.
That's what really got us. What's a sluttiness?
Oh, we know that. They don't know that.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
What kind of game is
Anyway.
Right.
That aside, we'll work with you again before you retire or in the morning when you wake
Damn,
up.
that was delicious.
Sounds good.
Curse for my tower.
Also,
Thank you for your patronage.
also before I go, I might have plans or ideas that I might come back with for you guys. I'm thinking about a gift for a good person of mine. For a dress ideas I might throw at you. So
God, no.
Is that for you?
Just recall that it's 50 gold in the standard and beautiful style of the dynasty.
okay. Once again, it's just I might discuss with you more tomorrow
We are
possibly.
very
So.
understandable. Don't worry, we understand.
Okay.
Very understandable.
Is our cards only limited for like expendables as far as like food and?
You're free to spend on whatever you want.
Really? So like, say if someone were to buy jewelry.
Drugs.
Yes, drugs. So if someone were to buy
Oh my
drugs.
god.
As long as they're a legitimate business, because they
Listen, I want to buy crack.
We basically were given $1,000 limit on our credit card, and the dynasty is the one backing us.
We're not
So
paying, yeah.
they're gonna go to the dynasty and say, "Hey, this guy on his $1,000 charge card, he spent $500 with us. We want that money," and they'll go like, "Here's your money." So if you go to
That's
someone
quite
in a back
devious.
alley and say, "Hey, here's a card,"
You better hope they're dumb.
yeah.
Yeah.
And if they are, you just got something for free.
Yep.
Okay. Curious.
I mean, let's be real though, Chris. Most of the people in back alleys are morons.
Team stupid.
They're smart enough to get themselves into trouble.
What are we? Stupid! What do we
You'll
want?
leave the outlet to
Dark.
payment arranged for bespoke outfit. Is there anything else anyone wants to do at this time?
No, I spend most of my day
I
training.
sent you a message, Chris.
Or the rest of the day.
During that time, I would. All I wanted was that answer.
It's working.
I'll be casting Sending.
Other than that,
Casting too.
I'm
Oh.
gonna cast Sending to Ingrid.
Everyone's shaking their head.
Yeah, of course they
everyone
are.
instinctually.
Man, I don't want to hear from you, cleric. I don't want to hear from you, Mister. Oh,
Hey,
I'm trying to
I
be
at
slick.
least- Hey, the one I'm hitting on is at least on the continent,
That don't mean anything. I'll see her eventually.
and at least gets along with me in a positive manner.
We get along in our own
To
way.
our
I
knowledge.
think she tolerates you.
I think that's most of the women in this.
I
community.
feel that's a really big stretch.
Nah, she'll love me. She'll love me for sure.
I just got.
That's
I
why
just
she
got a
invited
Anyway.
message.
a small bird with her to go on this
That don't
super
mean
long
anything.
journey
It's just a
instead of
bird.
Animator.
Just a bird.
Because the bird can fucking take care of her.
Oh,
Ooh.
Okay, I'm only saying that because the bird has healing powers as well as fucking kick-ass powers.
So
Just
do
saying. Like-
I mean, I kind of have the same thing, but not really.
you
but
take
like-
away your
no.
big bag of wind and you can't do shit.
Anyway, I'm
Mordecai can
casting Sending,
Mordecai can do 100 damage in one
and
turn. Viking, that's what.
I'm gonna ask, hey, how's it going? It's been a minute. Also, I gotta ask, what's your favorite color? And that's it.
Red like the blood of my enemies.
That's so barbaric. It's perfect.
There's a delay.
Of course there
Point
is.
where you worry that this spell is kind of like stopped. The window was missed, but a voice does speak.
Who are you again?
No.
You explained how it works. And I think I know how.
Oh, she's learning. I hate
Plus
you.
2 to 3 intelligence.
It's doing well. I'm actually quite fond of the darker purples. I have a feeling that she's like counting this out on her fingers at this point.
Yeah, she's like,
That's where it ends.
Excellent.
This is Nathan talking. How do you get this dress to Ingrid? And how do you know Ingrid likes dresses and isn't more butch and actually wants a suit?
Right?
Don't you worry about it.
Get her measurements.
Don't you worry about it.
I guess the solution is to go both.
That's like a legitimate question,
I
actually.
know.
Yes.
That's a legitimate question.
Like not a D&D lore, but a D&D like, how do you plan on getting this to this woman?
The spell like
There's gonna be a side arc. There's gonna be a side arc.
Side quest. Side quest.
Side quest.
Guys.
It says I have to wait till later. So dude.
Yeah, I have to do the main story.
Will, like, goes and visits Shannon in the military and is gone for like 2 weeks. And so it's like, and then like Anthony, I don't know, is in something, doing something. So he can't make it. So it's just us four being morons on this side quest trying to go to.
Team stupid, you mean?
Team stupid.
Kind of
I'm not a
scroll.
part of either of these teams.
Well, you have a majority of Team Stupid over there and Team Evil left, so.
Team.
I'm in team. Leave me alone. But yeah.
You may not be part of Team either, but you're.
Chris,
one of them.
late at
Team
night,
temper
definitely
tantrum.
like before we go to bed, like when I know everyone testing my observant abilities. When I hear that Reinhardt is back, I will.
I've been at the hotel or the.
You're right. Reinhardt.
Okay. Oh,
I've
okay.
been there
then fine, yeah.
practicing my feet.
I
Probably by the
will.
time I get back in.
knock twice, and before he once he comes to the door, I'll kind of with my foot hold it closed and just whisper through the crack. Whether you agree with me or not, you should know Ravan Ball is within 100 miles of us. And then I walk back to my room.
Huh. There's a big fucking wide range of where that she could be, but
Not in this area, not really.
100 miles?
How big is the city, Chris?
Looking at my map, 100 miles is about.
Is it like the other map where it's just freaking a continent sized?
Yes, no, it's not
It's huge.
Rexingtrum. The Archopolis that
It's
is
huge.
Rexingtrum.
It's like 1 hex. Well,
Make that bigger? Nope, that probably did not fucking make that fucking bigger. That's close enough.
All I gotta
It's
say is that
basically
I'm
it's
making
1
it work.
square hex, basically.
Rexing, Roshona. So I guess she could be in the Penumbra Range area. She could be
Quick correction.
Braun
You're on the
Jeep.
sword.
Oh, there we go.
or in Roshona though, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, or something.
I gotta fucking pull up the thing.
You're on the tip. It's just a tip. Just a tip.
Barbed Fields, the Deep River Mine. I mean, given there's not.
Yes,
Anyway,
but remember,
yes.
but you have to think, she's near us. And and you have a general idea how I can get my information and how specific I have to be.
Yeah.
So
All right.
you can generally guess that I asked a very specific question.
Gotcha. We'll keep that in mind.
I don't need to worry about Ingrid. She'll just crush him. Just crush anyone.
You're gonna get a fucking note from Mordecai being
He's like, please crush me.
"Ka."
Caw! Yeah!
Ingrid's dead.
Caw!
And you're just gonna know.
Ingrid's
Just
dead.
Curse you,
It's like that
Mordecai,
stupid
and Ingrid,
bird.
Curse you, Mordecai, and your soon-to-be human bird children.
No, you just get a picture of a family portrait of Ingrid and
Just-
Mordecai, and this half human, half
Just-
bird
just
fucking
like-
abomination.
Mordecai's is to her fucking hip height and just holding
No.
her hand. Just
Not even
No.
a hip height.
Not
Way
even
Just
shorter.
Not even.
knee
Way
or
shorter.
thigh.
Fucking knee high.
Or Mordecai's
He-
only
he-
5 feet tall.
Yeah.
Or 4'9", I
More-
Not
think.
that much shorter than Anavir. Not that
Well,
much
I
shorter
mean,
than
he's
Anavir.
shorter, but
I think I put all
Mordecai's
my
just
characters-
schlonging around a 4-inch, 4-inch,
schlong.
a 8-inch dick.
can we
Absolutely massive.
can we think about the live stream here?
It's one of those
God.
red
How much
rockets, so
they
it's
talk
hideable.
about online. You can talk about medical terms.
18
Ugh.
plus. It's fine.
Okay,
He is
fine.
rocking
Go for
around with the length of his penis is 8 inches. The girth is 2 inches.
The
an
yaw
elephant
is.
trunk.
Wow.
The yaw.
It is mistaken for his other leg multiple times, and he even plays a joke where he acts like he has no foot, but it's just his dick.
Flurry of blows is
God.
actually me just smacking you in the dick.
Oh, I hate all of you.
8 mushrooms.
Whack, 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 whack.
I thought you couldn't use any weapons or.
It's not a weapon. It's...
Piece
Monks
of
can't
information given.
Oh god.
Monks can't use weapons. It's not a weapon.
This piece of information given.
Plays doom
Specifically
music.
through bobbing 100 miles and nothing else.
Yeah.
You all can take a long rest. Just any spells you need to as you wake up. And
There's a lot of doing.
Long
there's some
rest.
Long rest.
disorientation to waking up. And for most of you, looking out into the windows and just seeing a dark night sky.
Oh,
bit
that's
odd.
right. I gotta do that thing.
It's a bit
Burn
odd.
Yeah, I'm
half
not gonna
these
get
fucking
used to that.
points.
Well, before I go to the tailor shop thingy with clothing, I will meditate.
Oh, wrong character.
Okay,
I'm
and since he's meditating, that was a full that was at least 10 hours of work. How far am I on progress?
For fabricate.
Yeah, now that he's working at like a obsessive compulsive way. Did he shower? Probably. I hope so.
If you pull that stint tonight, you'll finish it.
I need to
Sound
get to
good?
the ship. Fuck.
Oh shit.
That's where all the leather is. Remember? That's why I bought all that leather.
Ooh.
You buy so much random shit, I can't keep track of it all.
Oh my
It's
god.
not random.
It's not random.
It may be a
I'd
far
like
off
to
planet.
keep that one.
It
That's
may
a
be
very weird
Wake up.
smell, but I feel like it'll work.
In the morning,
feeling
kind of
like
Looking
walking
like
about,
Pete, baby.
doing, um, they're serving coffees and the like. Currently in the yard. Um, there's a few of those humans
the
off to the
yard.
side on one, just discussing together, and those dragonborns almost seem like they haven't moved at all. You can only tell that there's been some shifting, just judging by the color of their scales. Multiple have just rearranged themselves. Some are now sitting, some standing,
That's what
and
you
you can see there's even a few just kind of off by the side, sleeping against the wall.
I approach, I guess. A little tired myself, but
Okay.
I gotta ask guys if a
Wall of
coffee in my hand.
dragonborn.
What's up? You guys need some help? Looks like it's in a state.
A few of them glance around, very perplexed by you. You see
Do
one
they notice
kind of
some
like lets out a
arcane
little bit.
stuff?
And it's like, what does this weirdo
Looking
want?
around, no. There's no arcane. It's just kind of like frayed clothes and cut. One of them kind of like forms a scowl and is getting ready to like push you away before you hear a voice goes, "Hey, no, that one's a friend." And standing behind that massive machine sitting on table is a green scale dragonborn that you recognize from before. Um, Donar Rek, who you recognize also thanks to the massive contraption sitting at the table to be the foreman from Talonstead.
Nice.
Oh,
What was that? What?
really?
Why
That
so
is
much
not a
expression?
guy, because it's not a guy you would expect to be this far away, an entire continent away, almost from fucking Talonstead.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
this is you
Or
would
alive,
not
for that matter.
yeah, you would not expect him to be here. Yeah, that's very interesting.
You said she, right? Yeah.
Donar Rek,
She?
yeah. Yeah, she.
Oh, she. Sorry, not he. I'm sorry.
Yeah, know your pronouns.
Donar Rek kind of like settles back down and
So
just
buff,
kind
I
of this
can't tell.
sweeping move. Well, it is interesting seeing you here, of all places, but if I was to see you in one more place, it would be here.
Howdy. What you guys up to?
Waiting. Isn't it obvious?
Waiting. I look at this thing that's on the table. The hell is it?
Don't you recognize it? And stands and kind of moves it to the side. You can see where the porthole for the residuum was to enter, and there is still a piece of residuum settled within the weapon itself. It's
Oh yeah, we still have that.
Mm-hmm.
it's the weapon to that. For all you knew is it shot something. This massive mechanism that she always carried around with her.
Hmm.
Does it look like it's had better days, or is it still intact?
It roll a perception check.
Talonstead.
Talonstead.
And those of you that are waking up, you'll see Snyder
9 again.
surrounded by the Dragonborn at the moment and speaking. You're unable to discern. It still looks like she takes very good care of this weapon.
Okay. So, are you guys here for the Exaltorum, or what?
It's happening while we're here, so we're waiting and tending it, a few of us. We have a meeting with the dens in kind of glancing around at the night sky, trying to discern 2 weeks or so now.
Cool.
2 weeks. Interesting.
Some stuff has
I'm
happened.
guessing this is to what's the situation back? What situation did we leave you in?
Kind of gestures down. You to understand. Let him sit. And one of the Dragonborns, the little bit of grumble, sets down the cup he was drinking from and offers the seat to you.
Thank you.
I'll stand
Harbinger
by
has
the window
manners.
and listen.
Harbinger
Settle
has
down.
manners.
Seen any of these Dragonborn yet, have I? No, well, I was the
No,
Wolfgang.
you haven't. That was Wolfgang. She kind of takes that cup that man left behind, knocks it back herself, just coffee. Sets it. I had taken your advice. I contacted an individual, manned Zoled from the den.
Cool-led.
We'd arranged our own plan to take Townstead back.
Sorry.
And it took some fighting, some blood and bone, but eventually we did take the city with Kryn's help. They
Okay.
Gall and help us Stillpot unfortunately did not live long enough during the riots throughout the city. They did not live through, so as the sole one responsible for this all, I took it to myself to venture here to petition for Aurora's watch aid. That old
That was
Cerberus tower
the
settles.
sorry, Chris. That was the mayor and the head of that one house, right?
Halpus was an influential halfling merchant, and
Okay.
Gall was he was the
He was the old
rich guy.
Dragonborn.
Oh, he was the old.
He was the
not
rich
the-
founder, essentially.
Yeah, he wasn't the
Founder of it.
best person. So as long as the person we liked
He's
lived,
where we
so-
met Ikiton,
Yeah.
as Jester would say.
Yes.
Petitioning for Aurora's watch aid and protection for the residual mine.
Smart move, I suppose. We have some business here as well.
And I thought you were just enjoying the luxuries.
If only. You can probably see like the dark circles under my eyes, just like, yeah.
At this point, Chris, I will
Would
literally
you come
just
over?
walk out the window and just. I can do it whenever I want because it's dark. So fuck you.
Are the windows openable?
And I
You
just
just open
will
the window. It's
step,
fine.
and then
It's a mechanic he's been waiting to use forever.
oh, dude, I can barely use it because we don't fight that much in darkness. So
It's
most
like,
of the
I'm
time
gonna
we're out in the
do
day,
it
and
and
I'm like, I also get 4 fucking uses of this thing. I don't.
you
When the
barely
fuck?
use it, except for the one chase scene.
It's a cool thing, but it has to be dark or dim light, and it only lasts a minute, and it's my movement speed. I don't get like faster speed. So
Crazy, making a lot of really cool stuff, but it doesn't get used.
yeah. But yeah. And I will, after floating down from assuming like the second or whatever story they put us in, just will
Just use the
walk over
stairs.
and will raise my hand to make sure like some random human fucking in shiny metal armor with like a big old fat fucking shield and a war pick. I just like raise my hand up and I'm hoping she goes,
Friend.
yeah,
Magical
don't
touch.
not coming to murder you all. I click, but not coming to murder you all. And I'll be like, good to see you. Sorry for interrupting. I was listening in from my room and thought I'd come and say hi, as well. Oh,
I sent her PM before.
Yeah, no, I just got a giant nude pic, like just popped up on my screen. It's like, oh, well, goodbye. Just leave the call. You aren't worth my time anymore. Goodbye. um, uh, I heard what happened,
Understandable.
and yeah, I don't feel I'd be blamed. I heard what happened. I'm sorry to hear about the 2 deaths, but
Anymore.
I would like to offer an alliance between Talonstead and our organization, as I did when we were there. I am sorry for the fact that we were unable to help you out in the battle. We, as I believe was discussed, came into contact with an individual that I feel it was better we were not there due to his influence.
Been around it, that tower for most of our bleeding lives. Yes, we are aware. Still, you put us in the good graces of the Kryn and allowed this much to happen. What is this alliance you speak?
You said what is?
What is it?
Well,
Simple terms.
simple terms, we're just looking to do trade and just kind of the organization uh, is kind of not for the current empire. More connects with the Julius Dominion, and wants the current empire to fall. They are looking for just groups, just in general for trade, not always for combatants, but just like-minded individuals that could be connected.
We just want to protect talents.
And
If
I
you want
should,
to talk about who's on whose fight and who you're going to take soil for, save it for the den.
oh, we don't
Let me
plan
let
to
me
do
speak. The trade. We sell one thing. So let me ask you, what do you plan to use residuum for?
that. Oh, we don't. I mean, in general, we could use it for just creation of different things, but we also have an airport, an airship port. Yeah, an airport. Yeah, no, yeah, maybe an airport.
Skyport.
Skyport, whatever.
Skyport.
Yeah.
Or
We
some
also
form.
have a skyport, the only other skyport outside of the Menagerie Coast. And we personally own an airship. So it does make it so that we could very easily be a huge trade spot between the Menagerie Coast, which does and more than likely could need more
I
uses for
appreciate.
residuum.
Let me put it like this. When we worked for the Empire, the residuum flowed into the pockets of faceless entities and individuals for their own use and for whatever. I come to find that many of that would be production of drug mayhap, production of worse, production of experimentation on the fellow man. I don't want to be that talent stat. The Kryn, I hope, understand this when I speak with them in a few weeks. So,
And allow self-government of different places, though generally they do have representatives in the area.
Yeah, no, completely understand that.
And
Mhm.
definitely
We're
have
just
to
more
find
trying to. It's more that. It's less that we're trying to make an actual, like, hard, firm agreement, and more just trying to form a connection with another town that is trying to break off from the Empire. I mean, it's not too much. If you need
trade is
supplies, we are welcome to help ship them in. That kind of thing.
okay. Entice. I'll think about it.
Of course.
Should you want to do more, try and get us in the pockets of one of the dens that deals with trade.
What are the times
Someone
that
of
deals with switch?
an expanse more than us. Then Zolet in the house, then Thalis don't quite fit the bill what we're looking for. We looked at Den
Hey, he's
Dwendalis
back.
was one den, but
Yeah, that's stuff to deal with.
we would have to check them. Check
Understood.
those.
Okay. But yes, just know that if anything occurs, you are welcome to reach out to us. If you do send any delegates to the area, and I write down a general idea of where the location is on
I
a piece of
remember
paper.
from when it was mentioned. Save your
Yes. If you do head over there, we more than likely we are out most of the time, and we in general ourselves are somewhat separate. But Marian is who you should wish to speak with. He would be able to be the best to do any negotiations, any communications. He honestly is much smarter than most of us, so
Noted.
he's the best to speak with.
When I return.
Harbinger stands. And he's like, I
It's got-
appreciate the seat and the
Nod.
conversation, guys.
I nod, take my morning coffee, and float back up to my room.
Makes a gesture, and the circle is like encompassed once more as another dragon fills that seat once again. Takes it.
So we have
I go to the suit store.
Go to the suit store. Men's wear
we have to
out.
go, guys.
Take a brevity. I imagine you.
We have to go.
Yeah.
Ah,
Make your arrangement.
Mhm.
And did I finish fabricate or did I? I'm about to.
You're about to. Yeah. You need to
Okay.
spend another.
Need to mark that I used one of my. Oh, good. I did.
Okay. So
And,
we're all meeting at what, like the lobby?
Are we going to the
go
ship, guys?
kill this bird?
We're all like piling out of the building, or are we running around?
Yeah,
actually, instead?
I don't believe they want
I'll
us to
assume-
take our ship currently, which I'm not too happy with.
I'm
but
fine leaving the ship where it is. It's
Mhm.
safe.
Do we
It'd
need
be
a
more of
cart?
a hassle getting it out anyways.
No, we need to go fight that bird.
yeah, we gotta fight that bird
Do
now.
we need a cart, or are we walking on foot?
Why are we taking a cart?
I hop
Are
on
we
my
walking on foot?
carpet.
Set back.
yeah,
could-
walking on foot, I say, is probably.
Yep.
If you're like the most bougie
Oh wait, yeah,
people ever,
carpet.
you
You're
can
right. Yeah,
take
we're taking the carpet.
You can take a fucking cart less than a
rickshaw?
mile out.
A
So we're taking the
rickshaw?
carpet. Yeah, we're just take the carpet.
Walking's good for you, damn
I
it.
don't need to hold all of us.
It won't.
One of you needs to train his strength anyways.
I'm just gonna get my phantom steed.
That's right.
That's cool.
Josh is running.
I know.
Wait, you can summon a steed, right? You can summon a
I
steed
could
now.
summon a steed.
Will could try and summon
But-
anything useful.
He said it. I'm rolling.
Oh my god.
Mole rat, mole rat, mole rat. Fuck!
Yeah, that's probably not going to be useful at all.
You are looking, Will, for an
I-
8, a 7, or an 8.
Yeah, I pulled a 3.
Stormer
A
is kind of
badger.
pushing things along,
Badger,
but
badger,
Harbinger
badger,
is also like on a time crunch himself, so it makes sense that
A
I would
badger,
be
a second badger,
pushing things.
and a third badger. Wow.
That's right!
So you're
Imagine
just like the
you,
team leader while
Reinhardt,
3 badgers are
Standing
following
in
you.
disappointment. Yes, there's 3 badgers in front of Ragnar.
Just
I'm
a
so
badger, badger,
happy
badger,
I
One
badger,
was
of-
badger,
right.
badger,
This is the
badger,
first
badger.
time
Private
I've seen this. Where
guards
the hell
walks
those
over.
badgers come from?
So are those your pets?
No.
I just take my war pick out, smash. They're not real.
Oh my god.
3 of them.
He's
them
He
a,
just
No.
walks away.
he's a magician, Shaw. Don't worry. Whack! Whack! I whack a badger
Like
with my war pick.
whack-a-mole.
Whack a badger.
Whack a
Like
badger.
a badger.
Bang a badger! Yes!
Anything
The WildeMount
phantasmal steed should
sensation
you wish,
game
the
from
cart,
WildeMount,
and
whack a
everyone
badger.
else has to run.
One's
Do
on
you
the
make
cr-
your
yeah.
ways out towards the Coronas and the Ghostland?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
My Corona.
I almost built my.
Flappy and Hoot is his name.
Hoot,
Yeah, Hoot.
Boot.
Flappy,
So I actually have
and
a
the noise a dragon makes
So-
when flying,
so
and the noise
Stormer.
a owl makes when calling a noise.
So Stormer, as a child, was very, very unoriginal. So his first teddy bear is called Brown Bear. His first owl.
Oh, Stormer, good. Okay, I thought you said
So
Snyder,
I'm
and
just
I'm
going
like,
with this theme.
"You're
I'm just
looking
going
at
with
He's
the
throwing some
theme.
real lore.
I also
So
had a
Snyder as a Snyder. Was that Snyder or Stormer you said about?
so
You could totally name the owl Athena.
I also had a stuffed animal owl that was named Hoot. So I'm just going with the theme.
I bet your parents
Again,
found it a
very
real hoot.
unoriginal, or very unoriginal here.
You head toward the Ghostland along the hollowed path. And as you enter into the area, you can just see the brief ruins of the obsidian wall around um, that kind of help encompass this area. The road heads forth for splitting out along two ways.
Hmm.
Who wants to roll the perception check? The attempt to find.
I wonder who.
I wonder who.
Fine then. I don't want to do it. Good luck.
I'll roll
Wow.
it
Do that
then. How
advantage
about
because
that?
I'll have
Okay,
God,
Flappy
Sarah, it's so
I'll
for
roll.
useless.
I'll roll. I'll roll.
So
I'll
useless.
Good for
I
one
have
thing, and now you don't want to
bird.
roll for it.
Okay, guidance.
Guidance. So you got another one. Use it well.
Oh, he rolled a 2.
Oh man.
So
Roll
now,
another 2.
fine. I'll roll another 4 because Chris has said guidance can stack.
That's right.
So that's 5
Oh,
plus
it's gonna be 40. I can feel it.
30.
Oh, there we go.
All right,
Nothing.
for a total of
That's like a 0 now.
All right,
Means nothing to me now.
It's nothing.
My max is 8 plus 20 plus 13.
You look around. Following a few of the context clues around the region, you head slightly out of the Ghostland area past where the hollowed path splits, partially into the Barbed Fields area. You can see the fields of dying grass and the bits of the obsidian wall dotting this area. Keeping a lookout, you kind of just briefly caught vision of what might have been the feather floating along in the wind. And pursuing that, looking further, you can see there's a somewhat hunchbacked figure sort of hobbling around the ruins.
Do I see another one?
With that roll, no.
With that roll, no.
It is sort of poking around
Had to get a
the
40.
ruins.
I'll stand there and I'll be like, guys, give me a minute, and I'll use my sight through my owl to kind of scout a little bit.
It's basically like we need dark vision to be able to see, right, Chris?
Yes.
Okay.
120 feet of dark vision from the owl.
Same.
300
Yeah, well,
foot. Suck my dick.
When you float around
I'm using
above the owl,
their eyes essentially.
you kind of get a better picture of it from above. The ruins and the way they cross and intersect, you can almost see it. It almost looks arcane in nature, the way the ruins have been spread about. Almost as if some of the ruins have been, some of the rubble has been pushed ever so slightly to make more of a rune shape to it. Not complete yet, though. Very clear there's something going on.
Are you telling us this while you're
Yeah, I'll tell her. Yeah, sounds a little funny because I'm basically deaf.
So it sounds like what the bug person is trying to make a rune.
Ritual circle. Would I get that, Chris, being me?
Yeah.
Well, I unfortunately did not prepare tongues. Is anyone able to understand languages?
I know like 5.
Like,
We lost our Rosetta Stone. Well,
I know
we have
6.
2 options. We have
Well,
2 options.
We were told to
I
kill
can
it.
speak with
We can-
animals.
We can kill it, or we can see if it's just trying to free itself and ask if we might be able to try and help. And then if it's a person again, it might be able to give us something of great value.
a mage from the Age of Arcana.
Yes, but that's also incredibly dangerous.
Yeah.
What does everyone
Yeah, you
think
have
we
no
should
idea.
do?
Well,
All for killing, but
Talking. That's enough.
Well, that's what they're asking for, so.
they are asking for it to be dispatched.
yeah, we
Yes.
need its head or
It is-
staff.
Yep.
You're
Get
right.
it out of there.
So
Do I
is
see the
this
staff?
We're unsure if all this time as whatever he's turned into hasn't addled his mind.
You're right.
Right.
True. I forgot about that. More than likely, if there was any
Humanity.
essence
in
of
them.
human left,
Would it be best that only one of us approach?
I would say, Chris, from what I can see of the land with my dark vision, is there any good ambush spots or not really? It's kind of just open land.
It depends how effective you are at using those ambush spots, because there are segments of ruin.
Don't forget you have mold earth. You can make a trench if you wanted to.
So,
We're missing our sniper. I shouldn't have killed him off.
Not really.
and whose fault was that? Because someone was bored with someone who does the same thing every round.
Oh,
And then went
odd.
with another character that does the same thing every round.
Just got a little bit more flavor.
I love me some flavor.
Leave it down.
You love you some thick thighs.
Dude,
And some
who
thick
doesn't?
arms.
True, yeah.
Some
Well,
square body and thick
if we're
arms.
all looking to fight and kill it, Torn,
We're looking to fight? I mean, a staff sounds appealing, but
Torn,
hmm
are you down for
That would be
attacking
very
it?
good for you, Snyder.
I feel like discussing it and then see how that goes, but.
Well, we can try to communicate with it.
Right.
Well, if we try and
and see
communicate
where
with
it
it,
goes
we
from
lose
there.
the element of surprise.
which is why I said just one of us try to communicate, and the other
Right.
ones are hidden.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Chris,
I have
would
to
it be
get up
considered
close
a
either
beast
way.
at this point?
Not a beast. It's closer to monstrosity.
Monster. Yeah.
Okay,
Mm.
so that won't work.
we can't just banish it. We need to kill it.
Well, we need to have its staff or its head.
You're right. We don't technically have to kill it, but if we don't kill it, then we throw away our name in this region.
And that wouldn't look good.
No.
Oh, it wouldn't. Yeah, we'd kill it.
So, if we're planning on killing it, then I think the best bet is to stealth and take it out that way. We can all launch an attack and hopefully at least take a huge chunk of it. I mean, I don't know how hardy a wizard was when it turned into a bird. So, I mean, we can hope it's not that hardy, but
I would ask you guys: is anyone opposed to being polymorphed during
yes.
You will
fighting?
never turn
Nah.
me into anything again.
Actually,
that
fuck
is-
it. If
So
you
would
want to
happen with
polymorph me,
Vanderveer. I
fucking
don't
go
want to
for
be
it.
anything other than a bad
It's a
Let you
second
know.
health bar essentially for you guys.
I'll let you know when I'm low on health.
Yes, but then he can't use his sword, and kind of the whole thing he does
It's his
becomes.
sword. Yeah.
Yeah, but if I'm low on health and I die, I can't use my sword at all.
Also, I can bring you back.
Harbinger's
Yeah.
thought of other
Right.
things he can use.
So
let's-
can Anavia.
That is true.
That's fair, but
You have two people
It's
who can heal you.
I can keep
healing.
attacking until
Yes,
how
you're
far it's
right.
gone. Same.
But yes, so I'd say we should probably prepare a spell our attacks for the creature. Does anyone have a good battle plan?
Don't get picked up. Don't get picked up
Reinhardt,
and dropped.
Charin,
Fuck me.
Savari. You three are much. I mean, well, mainly Savari and Reinhardt. You two are closer range.
Yeah.
So I believe
then I
you
have
two matter more when it comes to the battle plan.
You have a different Eldritch Blast, don't you?
Who, me? No.
Yeah, you have a little bit special.
It's
No,
the
it's the
same.
same.
Chris, can I roll stealth to try to conceal myself as we move up to attack?
Yeah, so if you're going to sneak up,
The bird
if you're
is.
not going to roll stealth, you have to stay 120 feet back.
Okay,
Roll
at the
stealth.
edge of bird's dark vision.
I'm assuming it's not considered humanoid.
No.
So what
Check.
I'll do
Holy
is actually take the time to ritually cast Layman's Tiny Hut, the Cerberus Tiny Hut.
I will walk up to Reinhardt, put my shoulder on his chest, and cast Death Ward.
Whoa, Death Ward. Wow.
And then, at 4th level, I will cast Aid on Reinhardt, Charin, and Savari. Your HPs all increase by 15.
Our HP, not our
Your
temp.
your HP goes up by 15.
All right, so override.
So yeah, override, add 15 HP to your max.
Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do.
So you
So, yeah.
finish. You give the
Shit.
ward out. You start inscribing the spell, and you give this kind of prayer and burst. And you notice at this point the creature that's been poking around pushing runes, their head just shoots up when you finish the casting of the second spell.
Chris, my stealth check was 29.
I should probably do the same.
Believe you're hidden.
I also do Armor of Agathis upon myself to get my 25 temp.
Right.
I will say it has noticed us. So,
20, unnatural 20
but
for
honestly,
myself.
I'm still okay with losing this stealth for the fact that 3 of you are now a lot
I'm
harder
gonna attempt
to kill.
the stealth as well.
At
Did I
this point,
successfully cast
I'm not.
Cerberus Tiny Hut?
it takes a minute to cast that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Not yet.
Okay. I guess I'll just
It's
cancel
been
it.
happening in a few seconds. Yeah.
Okay.
But at that point, the creature just moves its head over at all these bursts of magic and arcana that are being
Oh.
sent out as you start casting these spells. Lets out this low snare. I kind of recognize some of this. Hunters again. What is it you want? Say it now. What do you want?
Well,
You wish
what
to
do
know.
you want?
I want to finish my spell in peace.
Well, maybe we can help you.
No, you can't.
Are you sure?
Very.
How so?
I
Do
mean,
you
what's
know
the
who
spell about?
we are?
I don't
Three
care who
the
you
people
are.
for once.
Well, it seems like you are in quite a predicament here. And maybe we could help you and you can help us. We can be on our merry way, and then you won't have any hunters.
Come closer.
Sure.
Just
Yeah, that's a
you.
good idea. All right, guys. Well, here I go.
I, Chris, am gonna watch for if it starts casting magic that I sense is aggressive towards Reinhardt.
Are you going to stay within 90 feet of Reinhardt?
Chris, while
I'm
Reinhardt's
within
moving
120
upwind,
feet of.
against each other on this.
I'm gonna assume its attention is probably focused on Reinhardt. I'm gonna.
I
It
do
does
whisper to.
Going to.
take a shot and glance over towards you, Savari. No, not you. Stay back.
Shit.
Don't think yourself so
Shite.
hidden.
I speak to Torin. Torin, get ready with counterspell. I'll be right.
Yeah, the thing about counterspell,
90
you
feet.
got a range of 60.
Yeah, 60. Yeah.
Lol.
Yeah.
How close do you get, Reinhardt?
I'm just gonna keep going until like I find something out of the ordinary that's kind of like throwing me off. Because it says he was casting a spell. I am gonna keep
Make
like
you.
I will keep like if I get to that point of closeness, like nothing's happening of like a 5 foot, 10 foot away from him, but
There's no looking as you approach. There's no big bear trap or sigil that's going to prevent you from getting closer, but they do stop you as you start drawing closer. About
They?
at the 60-foot mark.
60 feet from him. Okay.
Kind of raises their head. No, you can't help me.
I can't tell you.
Help. Do you say help,
Help
Chris?
you. Help you.
Me too. Can't help.
All right.
So they're talking to it about helping the bear
Helping.
person.
Yeah, we can't. I
Okay.
can't help him.
You're not. My people were the most advanced spellcasters to walk this land. What you all do is just a trick that the novices learned in a day. So no, you can't tell.
See, that's the thing. We weren't telling you as far as helping you with your spellcasting ability. We were helping you more in the idea that these people of the city want you dead. Do you know that?
Oh yeah?
Okay. We help you. That problem becomes no more. You get what you want. We get what you
How
want.
do you plan to help me if not finish the magic? You'd be helping
Well,
me by leaving and letting me finish this.
well, how much time do you need to finish this?
Start glancing around. The
38
day's end
years.
finish incantation.
Okay. What incantation do you plan on making?
And it kind of looks to you. Roll a persuasion check.
Gotcha.
3 to 8 hours. 38 hours.
That's gonna be a 16 for the persuasion.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah,
Flexing.
more of a
Second
liar than a
Oh,
talker.
No.
god damn it.
It starts glancing around, and there's this moment where almost want to speak about it, but then realizes sort of not best to just go bragging about your magic. It kind of stops. You'll see when it's finished cast.
This is right, Pipo. It must be pretty lonely out here.
Oh.
Looking for some feminine boy?
No.
He's getting a dress
That'd be so
made.
bad.
Oh no.
So I guess like the biggest the biggest thing is like obviously like we don't just want to go out and like kill anyone. We don't want to go and just harm anyone just cause, right? If we can
That's
help
facts.
you, we'd rather just be able to help you rather than hurt you, right? We can
Mhm.
help you, restore whatever you're trying to do, unless you're doing something that we should definitely know about. All right. So like, if you're not harming the city, all right,
Or
kind of help
anyone.
yourself. with your incantation. If we can help you with that any forms way, and you can be on your merry way to wherever you need to go do. It does not involve the city. We're more than happy to help.
We're pretty nice
Like,
people.
honestly, we're pretty like open-ended people on this thing.
We heard
There's
tell that
spirit
you had been from Aor.
glancing. And at the mention of Aor, kind of strains itself. Long ago. Long
We've been there.
We
We're
were told
around
that the gods brought it down.
They did. The hubris of the Magi that led. Bragging about your magic does not bring you bounty. Bragging to the gods doesn't either.
Then we shall not brag about ours if you shall
Never
not
did.
brag about yours.
Yeah, like
And it starts like kind of glancing between everyone again.
so there is a couple of us, but like
I know.
what we're not trying to attack you.
Roll another persuasion check. Advantage from the aid of your allies.
Aaron in the background. Oh,
Sure.
I sound like a teenage boy. I'm not scary at all.
That's gonna be a 21.
Oh.
That's literally like the perfect check.
Oh no.
Stops for a moment, kind of pulling the staff closer.
Well.
Just keep an eye out for anyone else.
What did the staff look like, Chris?
Do you have dark vision?
Yeah, and my owl does too, so I can
Your owl?
just switch between.
It's a it kind of seems like multiple long piece of wood that have like been spiraled and woven together until they start to branch and spiral around an orb.
Does it
So
look
we were all within
eldritch or does
60
it
feet of each other.
I mean, it's up to you. It doesn't seem like the creature is enforcing you all to stay back anymore. So you
I
can
will
close
get
it.
within 60 feet,
Hmm.
and then everyone's eyes feel brighter. You all have my 300-foot dark vision. So I don't even feel like the bird has that. The bird isn't even that good.
bird doesn't? It can. I can telepathically do it from quite a while, quite a
So
ways,
wait,
but
hold on. Wait, let me remember how many people I can do because I'm trying to remember if I can do the bird.
So what
too.
incantation are you trying to implement here?
so don't worry about Hoot or Flappy. Flappy has blind
Kind
sight
of
as well.
you see it kind of
100.
hobbles over, grabs like the staff, and is just like, for all the magical prowess you think the creature has, it's just very
Thank you.
nudging these like large bricks of stone, just trying to shove them just a little bit, like micro corrections here and there. Yeah.
Are you sure we can't help you move these stones? We have a person here. It's like this whole
About
thing right now.
accuracy.
Oh, okay.
I
Fair.
lean over to Snyder. Snyder, are you able to get any idea of what this ritual spell is about?
Can I do a check on that, Chris?
Yeah, you can do an Arcana check.
Okay.
It'll help if it's you're using the bird's eye view for this to help see it from above.
19.
Alright.
Yeah, switching back and forth.
It's hard to say because when you look at it just straight on, it doesn't seem like anything at all. It just seems uh like there's no intricacies to it. You're kind of looking for like those small bits that kind of make it like a grander spell. And instead it's just like a symbol. With that roll, you can kind of see there's this faint connection, this dotted ruins that go one way left out to 100 or so feet. Oh, yeah.
Well, this is
You
quite a
realize that
large size.
they're just making a rune, and it's kind of using the owl's perspective, going hundreds upon hundreds of feet away, trying to make another similar rune off to the east. Hundreds and hundreds of feet away to the west, you can see the faint inklings of another rune made of ruin.
Snyder,
Guessing that's where the other one is. messaging to.
I tap Snyder. Snyder. And I hope you like switch back when I tap.
I can still hear you. If you touch me.
If you're
Yeah.
describing all this as well.
Snyder. I'm assuming you were describing someone. Does it start to encircle the city?
Does it,
Looking,
Chris?
it
Or is
only
it like the
circles the
dumbbell?
barbed fields.
Okay.
Age of Arcanum would be a bit beyond me.
You're kind of like, yeah, pushing one set. Tell me, kind of speaking to Reinhardt, but those nearby.
Mhm.
Do you know of the names of the moons?
Well, I know
Yes.
I look at
the white
Moonweaver.
one is like
Me?
moon.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Atha,
Why do you?
Rudis. Kind of sets his staff down, looks to you all for a moment over his shoulder. And must be 51 days now. Eclipse will occur. Of not one, but of both moons.
Interesting.
I would be very familiar with this.
Yeah, it's the Moonweaver.
Mhm.
So then, are you?
I know. When the moons align, the planes align well. Each atop the other. Transportation between the many realms is easiest then.
Where would you go, or what would you bring?
I'd go to the Shadowfell.
Damn.
Kind of sets and moves another stone
The
just very
Shadowfell.
slightly.
Chris, would I be familiar with the Shadowfell?
Roll a religion check.
19.
Okay. You're aware the Shadowfell is a reflection. The Feywild is a fantastical Fey reflection of the prime material plane. The Shadowfell is a
Dark.
depressing, dark,
Upside down.
9 to 5.
driven
What's in the
envision.
Shadowfell for you?
You specifically with religion,
Yeah.
would know that when it comes to the planes, that there's many different spots in which the gods inhabit throughout the prime material plane. Not just their version of the 9 circles,
Yes.
but many also inhabit specific ones. You would know that the Raven Queen inhabits a small section of the Shadowfell.
I'm gonna take a leap, and I just look to Snyder and whisper, "Wish me luck." Why are you going to visit the Raven Queen, the Shadowfell?
There's kind of a stop as they were mid-adjusting and hit their staff into the soaked ground below. Long ago. Many of you would remember
Story
war
time!
gods.
Storm's getting ahead of the story.
I will bring the war to her, if just for a fleeting moment, so she can know the pain that's caused me.
So you're trying to teleport to the Shadowfell. And this is
Glances over to you. I'm trying to take as many creatures from the barbed fields with me.
I will say this. From my understanding, insight check, by the way. Actually, hold on, insight check. Let me roll that real quick. That's 25. Do I feel he's telling the truth? It's telling the truth because it's in it currently.
He would have
So
been
you're-
cursed by the Raven Queen, right?
Yes,
Correct.
he was
Yeah.
cursed by a
That makes
betrayer. He was be cursed by a betrayer that the Kryn despise.
Mm.
Raven Queen is a
Raven
prime
Queen is
deity.
not a. Yeah.
Raven Queen's a prime deity in this.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, she
I
always
forgot.
was,
Well,
even in
well,
other D&D.
no. She's not considered the nicest at some.
But she's not. She's neutral. She's neutral.
Yeah, she's like
Oh,
in
okay.
between, right?
Do
The,
I?
the
I
Raven
know.
Queen is. She has a murky past in this realm. You would know this with your religion check, but during the Age of Arcanum, she performed the rite of ascension and overtook the previous god of death. The rite of ascension was then completely erased. No one remembers who the previous god of death was, but all that's known is the Raven Queen was the once immortal that performed the ascension.
Now, just to double check, the Moonweaver doesn't like the Raven Queen, right?
It's
Neutral good versus neutral.
Very tenuous relationship.
the prime deities all get along.
Understood. That's all I needed to know. I just needed to know that they weren't like lesbian lovers or something like that. As long as they're okay, that's all I care about. I don't care if
It's not theirs, June, right?
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, got it. But
The
Kryn hate the Raven Queen, and the Raven Queen hates the Kryn.
The Kryn
Hate everyone.
the Kryn don't hate the gods. It's more just those are trife beings compared to what the Luxon is.
Yes. Yeah. But the Raven Queen does not.
What you call
like
the god of gods. You know, they don't care so much.
Okay.
The Raven Queen hates the Kryn because they
Okay.
defy death cycle.
Yeah. I do believe though that he's telling the truth, right? Like that is his intention with a 25.
What's the roll? 25?
25.
Yeah. It's extremely difficult to read a creature that was once humanoid and is now what was already mages, pretty distrustful, elusive bunch. Age of Arcana mages are a step
Yeah.
above. Age of
I mean,
Arcana mages that don't have humanoid faces and are now
Yeah.
walking robed birds take this to a whole other level. You're not able to pick up any of the intricacies here, but you're telling that voice is pure spite. They are speaking.
And if I know anything about spiteful people, they don't care about anyone else other than fulfilling their spite. So
Age of Arcana mage.
so
yes,
I would ask,
especially Age of
this area
Arcana Mage.
right here.
So okay, I will say, from my understanding, then we have no issue with you. All we ask is that when you, so you just to double check, you can complete your spell tonight, but
Complete this rune tonight.
you complete
The
this
next
rune.
one and the next one. The Kryn won't care once I leave their beloved city.
Okay.
The bard feels it's easy. Just the bard feels essentially. The bard
It's
feels
just,
already a wasteland.
I kind of like judging by with your intelligence, you're able to kind of fill in the dots that the circle being projected between the one ruin you saw that's complete here and the one that they're most likely going to afterwards. This isn't going to encompass anything greater than the Bard Fields.
Yeah.
Bard feels is huge though.
I will ask just so that we can have some kind of proof that at least you are gone. Is there anything you can part with? Anything that would allow us to show that we have interacted with you, and that you are no problem to the Kryn?
By doing so, you also take care of the issue of the Kryn sending any more hunters to you.
We know
Or
the
any
date your
scouts.
spell plans to take place. We will inform them you probably don't want to go in this area around then, as to be accidentally teleported, and you won't be harmed. That is what
Or
we will
bothered.
try and do.
The Kryn allow
There's this
many
kind of like
different creatures
gaze
to
as they look to
refine.
you. Look to you both now. Kind of tilted head and look. I'll make a new one. And just sets the staff and twists it into the mud.
I will pull out. Do you need something to help you walk?
No, I'll make a new one.
I will pull out just like a mace and just my mace, put it into the ground and twist it so that it stands, and just say, hopefully this helps. Gives you some starting point.
I'll float the staff over.
But you'll take the staff?
I'll float it over. Yeah, I'm not touching it
Okay.
though.
and you floated over. They kind of walk over to you, and looking, they're
Just curious.
hunchbacked figure. They're about 6 feet, but they were
Oh!
It's a
fast
big
and
bird.
Oh!
grabbed
That's such a
Mark
big bird!
Oh, he's so small.
No.
6 foot hunched.
Right.
You dinosaur.
Yeah, that's huge. That's a big.
A little shorter than Torin, but
And they start like going about poking and pushing some of the ruins aside and together again.
Move aside, Mordecai.
Jesus.
Okay, I will delete that from my gear. I have
Mordecai's gonna
given
kick
a
your ass.
mace to an old bird person. And then I will walk over to Reinhardt. Reinhardt, I believe you, Torin, honestly, really just anyone other than me and Snyder would be the best to communicate with the Kryn that the reason that this individual was a problem was due to people coming out aggressive, and that what we've learned is he doesn't actually care about bothering the Kryn. And just as long as they don't go in this area of the Barb Fields on the solstice, not the solstice, the twin eclipse.
That's like 50 days though, right? 54 days?
Yeah,
Yeah.
51.
51 exactly.
That's so long.
It is. But as long as they just don't go in this area during then, he will cause them no problems. And he is out of their territory now.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, I don't believe we need to quite go into detail about what he's doing, but something about an old arcane mage trying to teleport to another realm to get away from the pain of being, I don't know, you guys are better with words than I am.
And they don't like the Shadow. They don't like the Raven Queen anyway.
They kind of don't like her. I mean, he's not going to kill her or anything. Let's be real. It's a god, and he realizes that. But he wishes to show the pain to someone. So I feel you four would be best to try and communicate this. And I'm talking to a wall. A big, dumb brick wall made of armor with a stupid hat.
A really, really big
And a
monkey named Kronk.
Calling somebody out here.
Hey, Kronk, how's it going? I'm sorry. Hi, Reinhardt. I believe you
He's looking
four
at his
would be
shoulders right
best
now.
to.
Yeah.
And you took off your headphones, and I started going, and I'm talking
Alright,
to
we're
a
back.
wall. A big,
My
dumb,
father walked
stupid.
in.
A big, dumb, stupid wall. And then Snyder was clever and was like, a monkey named Kronk.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I
I
mean,
believe-
I'm more than happy to talk to the Kryn regarding that because
I feel like
I don't fucking care.
I feel
And-
like everyone wins, honestly. There's no need to kill anyone. And
Or
to
put
be
anybody in
honest,
harm's way.
most people aren't
Yeah.
as silver-tongued as some of us are with our ability to communicate and not always cause conflicts. Flashbacks to us randomly killing individuals throughout the entire continent. Just
Anivir
because.
remembers this.
Kill you die!
As much as I
Anivir will
love-
remember this and be happy.
As much as I love ending the life of someone that deserves it, there's
don't
no
feel
point
he
in
deserves
killing
that.
somebody who's
Undeserving for that.
not really doing anything wrong.
I mean, as people who've picked fights with many individuals and had fights picked with us, sometimes people just forget that words are an option.
Exactly.
It's
Okay,
alrighty
then,
then.
good
I
torture.
think.
Damn, that was an easy 10K.
Well, let's see if they pay us. What was Chris? The exact specifications were.
A staff or a head?
No. What was the exact specifications of the contract?
Kill.
Get rid of.
No.
The
We had to show
contract.
proof of him being gone, which would be the head of him or his staff.
Let me read the act.
I want to know what it actually says because we may need to just.
Kill him.
No, I don't believe so.
We left anyways, right, guys?
I started to walk. We started to walk away.
Yeah.
I don't. Okay. What is it, Chris?
didn't specify, so
Okay,
staff or
then
head.
yep.
Okay.
So we need to
Well,
tell
it's
them
an easy
he is
10K.
no longer a problem as long as not provoked. If anyone needs to come around this area, they just nod, excuse themselves through the area. He's not Chris. He's kind of like over here. I'm assuming, right? Like it's kind of like he's doing something like this,
One moment.
like something like he's kind of
That's
like
not the
this.
Ghostlands. So that's the Ghostlands. That's not the Bard Fields, right?
No, but
They're
he's
totally in the Bard Fields now.
He's
During the
ways away.
brief explanation, you're slightly past the T in the road.
okay. So
Okay,
he's
yeah.
actually like out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and he's
off
like,
the map. Practically.
yeah, he's basically just like, oh shit. So it's
Mhm.
kind of like he's doing this big, long, straight section, and then he's
Outside
about
of
to
the
finish
T.
this, and then just continue going
Yeah,
off like
north
that.
of the white line.
Okay, so they will like he's right. They will literally never see him again. And as long as they don't go off into the barb fields on that night, no problems. But Chris, did I get a general sense that if a random person was in there, they'd be teleported too, or he really is just trying to teleport the beasts?
All of the lizards are being
You are
teleported.
unsure.
Okay,
Both
so
because
it's
he didn't specify, and also this is
way
the
above my
Ator
pay
can of
grade.
magic. Yeah, he wasn't kidding.
Way
He said,
above.
like, these
My
are
div-
spells,
the
yeah.
closest magic I think we have is my divine intervention, and that's because I'm not the one doing the magic. Oh
So,
God,
You're getting
please
your
give me
senpai to do
power.
it.
Yeah, I
You're
am.
getting
I'm
your
getting my
you
older
can roll.
master.
You can roll an Arcana check to try and discern.
Sure. I'll roll an
Alright,
Arcana check of a
You
plus
both
one.
can
Can I
roll.
help out? Yeah, okay.
You
I
can both
rolled
roll
a
Arcana.
6.
Also, since I'm looking at it from like the top,
Yeah.
Oh, Saren rolled something low?
nothing that 20.
Wow.
24 in total.
Jesus fuck.
Wow. That's quite
That's
a bit.
that
You
feels like.
have some idea.
You've
Really?
only
Only
seen
a
like
plus
a
4?
rune.
You're not proficient?
Not yet.
No, not yet.
Oh.
You've only
Soon,
seen a rune,
but soon.
so you're like you're, for lack of better terms, oblivious to the entire scope of what's going on.
I
But what
figured.
you do know is good spells take time, and clearly this individual has it. So you're can make the safe, scholarly guess that they just, if they're trying to put up a fight against a god on their home turf, they don't want a farmer thrown into that.
Poor Jib.
the-
Farmer Jib. Oh, where are we?
It would
Where
be
are we?
corrupted by the Shadowfell,
God
or
damn.
turned to the Raven Queen's
Do I
side.
have to roll another Arcana check for the staff?
I'll let
We
you.
have identified.
I mean, I have identify, so.
But wait, so do I. Fuck.
What's the problem?
Oh,
Sorry.
wizard asking
sorry.
about identifying a staff. Okay then, we head back.
It
Identify.
is indeed
More
a staff.
intelligence.
You use identify.
No, you don't.
It's
What?
it's not a special staff, from what you've discovered. Judging by kind of context clues given by them, that these staffs are just something it makes. Likely, if it had like a signature staff for itself, probably long gone. And just
This is a
constantly
staff
makes all
weapon.
these staffs.
Okay, so it's just a staff.
Nice.
It just makes new staffs when it needs it.
I will, once we get to the talking area, give Reinhardt a good gracing of the Moonweaver, and you have guidance when you try and talk to them.
You head towards the Sentinel Spire.
We're going to the west bit for now, right?
You
The
want to
Western
head to
Valley.
the valley?
No, I want to head back and get the money.
I want to get them going.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right.
You
Money.
head to the
It's also-
Sentinel Spire, and you speak to the Aurora's Watch that are originally given the missive. So you arrive with the staff. Welcome back. I see you all look quite well for that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Got news for you, buddy Bao.
Troy, we got some,
Um,
got
I'm
a
on it.
can open.
Enlighten me.
So this is the head of the Kryn.
It just seems to be whoever's heading the Sentinel Spire, which is just one of the satellite fortresses between the Coronas and the Ghostlands.
He's the sergeant at the desk.
All right.
Yeah, we found the sergeant at the desk.
First of all, what do you think of the Zoled? You ever heard of him?
How's
Zalezo.
Denzuled?
Yeah. What are your thoughts on them before we jump into this?
Denzuled's a highly respectable one of the dens here in Rashona.
You're gonna.
I think I said that wrong entirely. Um,
You mean the dens? It's Zoled. Zoled's the one we have a connection with.
yeah,
Yeah,
no, I think I totally said the wrong word.
Do you
Give me a
mean-
moment here.
Do you mean the guards in the Menagerie
it-
Coast?
Zadesh? No, wrong one.
The dash? Was it
What is these?
Zoled? Are you talking about the Zalezo? Are you talking
Zalezo is what I meant to say.
I don't
I'm in
even
my
think
traveling
you
clothes.
know what the fuck that is.
Zalezo?
You ever heard of Zalezo?
Like some kind of
I can't
spies.
say I've heard of that name before. No.
Well, anyway, they're like they're like the police force over in Port Damali.
They're
Fucking
really
joke,
shit.
alright.
They're really shit.
Honestly, like they couldn't even like keep a guy
Buddy.
dead in their own like. It was a joke. By all means, I'm so happy to be here compared to they're like, my goodness.
Guys, I'm so confused.
Well, I'm glad that you enjoy the hospitality that your Overwatch provides, but I feel like this isn't the point.
It's not the point, but however, way more organized.
Definitely nudge Anavir.
You're adding the charisma to it.
I nudge Anavir to make sure that he's helping.
However, we did
Okay.
find your bird person that you were referring to in your stated contract. We found him. We were actually able to communicate with this said
We
person.
negotiated with this.
Terms.
Yes.
However, so this bird person has no conflict with the Kryn in this in your city whatsoever.
No hostility whatsoever.
What there was he was poking around a set of ruins that was on the outskirts of the city, so that's why he was there. He means no harm. We do have his staff as we do present, as requested in the said contract. He is now no longer in your ghost lands. He's headed out to the barbed fields where he's going to be finishing his work because he has unfinished business with the person that turned him into a bird, which was
Raven Queen.
Yes.
I'm just not sure if I wanted to say that. With
The-
the Raven
Nathan reminded you just in case
I know.
you forgot because I didn't know if you forgot for a moment.
with the
Your
Raven
face
Queen,
looked a
which
little bit.
I was like, do I want to bring this up? But he wants to put revenge onto her and go to her realm and take care of that situation.
So he wants nothing
So,
involved with.
nothing to do with you guys.
Nope.
So we have the staff.
Nothing at all.
As long as you guys don't harass him, he won't harass you.
But
so
we
on and
want
so
to
forth.
inform too is that you don't want to be near or have anybody
Oh,
near
no.
within.
Viking.
In
No.
Just in
51
case.
days.
We discussed that the spell is complicated enough
okay.
and took long enough time that
Okay.
he doesn't want a random Joe spell. He's looking for the beasts and monsters. Yeah, just in case, because that was a little confusing.
With that said, everything is taken care of. He means no harm to you guys, as we mentioned. If we have that blessing, you guys will have no harm to him. He's just trying to make his way back to where he was supposed to go.
It's difficult to
Oh yes,
trust
yes.
anyone from the age of Arcanum.
We had a
You cannot-
long conversation with this individual, and every word he said was truthful.
You are sponsored by Den Zoled and Den Kryn. I have no reason to believe that you would risk so much on telling us falsehoods for easy gold.
We brought the staff as said by contract.
It's true. That's the one thing he's like, damn, you must be telling the truth. You have a fucking piece of wood to prove it.
And in the process, we saved a life.
And yeah.
Over and like take the staff and give it a small look at it, sets it onto the table.
Where did I go?
Murder hobos didn't murder, boys. Woo!
All I can think is start stomping off.
Yeah, we still have the other thing to do.
Cast fireball in the fucking sanction.
Oh my god.
Just goes to a random house. Fireball.
And you
Now we're murderers.
balance out the karma scales. It's getting a little too even over here.
You gotta be. It's when you play true neutral.
I'm chaotic.
Everything
I'm
must be in balance.
It's chaotic good, but he
I'm
will
chaotic
Eldritch
good.
Blast
I need to kill some
someone
things.
through the chest.
Lawful good. I just want to see good
Thank you
interaction.
for speaking with them and discerning the truth from it.
Also, there's
Any-
only one.
Yes.
Just in case. Just one question. There's one person.
Difficult. People around here are very mistrusting of that time. But not just have you, in your words, spared a life, but you have ensured that we at least know what is going on in sparing that life. That deserves. And he gets up and he goes into the Shadow Spire, the Sentinel Spire for some time.
Pay raise?
Comes back up with
Yeah, no.
just underarm, kind of sets it down and folds. And he slides out from the side, this pocket as well. Then he reaches over to his side, another additional pouch, and he sets it on top of it. 10,000 gold and platinum, as agreed upon. An additional 1,500 in platinum for doing due diligence and investigation.
Oh,
Oh, wait, hold on. We got
pay raise.
We got extra credit.
$10,000 in
11
platinum.
11,000.
1,050. 1,500.
So we have
in gold. It's gold. It's the gold amount, but it's platinumized.
yeah.
Okay.
So we got an extra
You can get
11
1,000.
platinum.
Man, he made it easy to carry for us too.
Oh, wow,
Nice.
so nice.
So
So nice.
Let me do some quick meth.
Meth.
Yeah, it's 11. No, it's
Divided by 6. That comes out to about
11 divided by 6.
1960. Fuck.
Fuck.
1961.
19.6. I'm assuming
1916.6.
19 points. What?
1,916.66.
So
2.6.
2/3.
So it's like
So that means
Three?
two people
Two
get.
people get
2 people.
17. Everyone else gets 16.
Ain't that mad.
Okay, that's fine.
That's like 16, I guess.
The person
I'll
who
take
talked,
16.
Reinhardt, gets 17. Who the fuck else gets 17? Hmm.
I'll take
mean,
16.
I mean, I'll take the 17.
I'll take
If I can
16.
write 6, there we go.
Okay, I guess
need
17
money.
then. Fuck.
Anavir helped with the charisma check. You get 17. If he can hold that much.
1.
Well, I can't because I have no money.
I know what I said.
I know what I
7.
said.
Wait, so 17 platinum then?
You 16.
16 platinum. Or,
You had
oh, okay.
16 platinum.
He said 16. He said 16. I'm like, I said 16.
I said
No,
16.
no, no. Yeah. You're good.
You can do
get 16.
191 platinum and then like 6 to 7 gold once you get that transferred, whatever.
197, you said?
I said 191 platinum because that transfers out, and then you have like a 6 or 7 of gold pieces that you can directly add to.
6.
Unless someone wants to like
I'll do 6.
do swapping of gold pieces to the 1 platinum, and then you can just.
Wait. We each got 16, and you two got 17 platinum, right?
Yes. So I
Okay.
did 191 platinum and 7 gold pieces. So it came
It's
out
a
to a
1 gold difference.
1,917.
Okay, yeah. I just wanted to double check because I put in
So-
16 platinum into my stuff. So I just wanted to make sure I didn't get it wrong.
Or 91 platinum? Is that what we're all getting? Okay.
Yeah,
No
I then
problem.
plus 6 or 7
191
gold.
plat, and then
I'll
6.
take 6 gold.
Alright, 7. Fine. Fuck you. I'll take more.
It's
Eh.
rolling in the fucking money right now.
That's not a bad tip.
You have more than 5,000.
I'm almost at
More right
5,000.
now.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm at. Yeah.
I'm at
It's
3,000.
nice.
4,000.
Did we want to make our way
I'm at
then to the
47.
valley? Because that was
Yeah.
pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're fresh and ready to go.
We had to walk.
But I don't
Yes.
even have to ask. I will presumably now prep the next step. Don't forget to look for those mercenaries.
Of course. As we start walking, I wish I prepped for multi-targets.
Hopefully we can take a short rest along the way.
Did you
Guys,
burn
any
a
cast
lot of
everything?
magic?
I burned a spell in that last encounter, thinking we were going to attack.
Here,
Oh.
I'll cast the Phantom
mean,
Steed for you. You can ride it.
Ironically, my 2 spells last 8 hours, so you 3
Yeah,
and you, Reinhardt, are all perfectly fine.
My temp HP doesn't last that long. It only lasts an hour.
Oh, really?
I'll literally
Thanks.
cast the Phantom
Yeah.
Steed
Like
for you. You can
that
rest.
close to starting combat.
And then it talked, and Will
Wow.
was like, I'm going to talk. Why not?
It was pulling Will closer to try to cast something on him or do an ability
That's
on him.
exactly what I thought.
Start talking.
And that's why I was like, I'm watching.
So glad I mentioned
And-
Aor.
And that's why I
That
leaned
did
over.
help.
That did
Yeah.
help. Okay, cool.
Because it was less Anavir like saying we're here to help, but it was someone that mentioned its homeland in a positive way. That I kind of earned a little bit of intrigue.
I'm a bird person.
Weird how talking works.
Yeah.
And now time to go find
Get
a
you out of trouble,
random
can get you in trouble.
area.
Yeah.
On the bright side, we didn't burn a bunch of spells, and we basically made one day where we can make a fuck
We
ton of
lost
money.
that on
almost
combat
12.
experience.
We made 11,000 gold in
By just
an
talking.
hour.
That's
In
a
an
pretty good
hour.
wage.
Honestly,
Yeah.
that's-
We made
That's
more
almost-
gold than most individuals on this entire planet make in their life.
It was 2,000 gold an hour per
My
person.
God.
Yeah.
It
That's
helps
more
to
than-
be very
Level 10.
socially powerful people that have visited Aor and can confirm something. Yeah,
I have-
with that, we head towards the Western Valley. That's where we'll end it for tonight.
Will, mark that you have Death Ward.
All right.
Also, just
Oh, I'm gonna tag it at inspiration.
Oh.
all right.
also,
so,
Chris, I quickly go to the bank and I kind of mess with my movement of shares.
Yeah.
You just have 11 platinum.
Right,
You just have
it's
17
like-
platinum. How do I spend any of this?
How do I spend any of this?
Oh, he has 191 like everyone
So,
else.
I gotta change that.
I according to the Stack Exchange for RPG Stack Exchange, one gold piece is about $345 worth of gold in a U.S. currency. So 345 times 1916. We made $661,000 in an hour.
now you can cry because that's exactly
Was it 345
the value
It
of
was
that much.
$345 per one
per
GP.
gold?
Yeah, like I said, now you
So
can cry because that's
345
a lot of money.
times-
That's so much.
Amanda makes about $160 an hour.
I'm a millionaire.
345 in
1.65 million.
Jesus.
1.4.
How much is it?
Okay.
$345 per one GP.
Yeah.
Always the most interesting stat block for creatures, and you guys somehow find a way to avoid it.
Really?
I like you guys
Here's-
have done combat in
here's
a
a better-
while because you guys
Spirit, how
have
much gold do you have?
finesse your way out. Your last combat was Robin Ball.
Here, how much gold do you have?
Me?
4,016
4,016?
We might change that
Total
later
GP.
on.
So
Alright,
you have
so-
1.38 million.
God, I wish I had that in real life.
From what I've heard,
Who
after
makes
you hit like the $1
these
million a year mark, it's pointless.
Yeah, Will, because all the people you talk to that make $1 million
Yeah,
a year.
I have a lot of friends. You just don't know them.
A lot
mean,
of smaller millionaires have said
I
that
do
if
talk
you're
to some of
in the-
Amanda's friends, and some of Amanda's friends are very successful, and they make over $300,000 a year.
Yeah, but like,
And it's
if
like,
you're
oh
like,
my god, I'm
if you're
so
blowing it
poor.
on stupid shit like cocaine and drugs and other shit,
like Chris.
Chris.
Man, Chris, fine. We guess you didn't like us either. Oh.
But I was gonna ask him something too.
Why'd you piss off God?
Why did you
Sorry.
piss off God?
All right, so really close to fabricate, which means I can finally make all those little spell books. That's also a lot of money.
I miss Fabricate.
I'm gonna try and work with Chris to see if I can make my armor fancy.
I mean, he allowed mine. Just aim high. Aim high and negotiate down to where you want to be.
What?
Well, I know what I want to be,
can
but
I-
I'm gonna see if I can try and link it with the Moonweaver.
Oh,
Just add a
if I
bunch of
can-
other shit to it, so that when you negotiate down, be like, yeah, I want to link it to the Moonweaver. It's like, oh, that's way more reasonable. Just take off all the other shit. That's what I did with mine.
Oh,
I had a
I
bunch of
love
like
mine.
resistance added to my armor set that I made, and he's like, all right, you can either
You have a
keep the
+2
resistance.
armor, correct?
I have a +2 with basically the tough feat.
Okay.
I'm gonna go hang out with
And so
Jonathan.
I had a bunch of resistances added on there, and he's like, well, I'll say you can have the resistance or the tough, and I was like, I'll take.
Did
the
you
tough.
make it a vestige of you?
Pretty much, because it's like an arm to
Does
my
it
sword.
exalt though? Is what I meant.
No,
Okay.
it doesn't exalt, which I wish I did, but
That's
maybe
why
I can
I'm
change
like
that down the line.
That's why I asked him specific. I'm like, because I talked about my armor. Like, I really want magic dark vision.
But
I
even
mean,
then, I'm pretty happy with the +2.
I'd like a
and
plus.
stuff.
I'd like to get it like a +1 or +2, and I mean, I do want magic dark vision, but I know that like I don't want to make an armor piece that can't upgrading it better.
Yeah.
Because I mean, my armor is all about like my ties to the Moonweaver.
I might be able to do that with mine just because it's based off my blood.
Well, it's based on you, so
Yeah.
he might very easily be like, "Yeah, you can increase your connection with you." But yeah,
When like the sword upgrades, the armor will kind of upgrade in a way or
I
something.
mean, you know, I could because what I was thinking is I'd like to be able to cast the darkness spell and have magic dark vision.
That's nice.
I think no, like it. I feel like that's fair, and also like it really doesn't make sense if I'm being quite honest. Why does a Moonweaver, a creature of Twilight, not have the darkness spell? I have mislead. Why do I have fairy fire? I shouldn't have fairy fire. I should have darkness. But no, I'd like to get like an increase in armor, so a +1 or +2, darkness, and magic dark vision.
That's a.
Are you gonna go for a different weapon, Nathan, as well? You could probably do something with that as well.
My war pick, honestly, war pick is fine.
I know you're going for strength now,
mean,
so it's gonna up.
I'm not going for strength. I mean, honestly,
stopped?
once I get observant, I'm going for observant. So I get a 20, I get a +5 to my perception, my passive perception.
Okay. Oh, now my camera's amazing.
Right.
All right, I'm gonna end the stream, but that was a good one.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
should.
talk to you guys.
Okay.